Now, the YouTube stream will be starting soon, despite the Elite Dangerous Twitch stream, like it says on the caption there. Just thought I would point that out. The YouTube stream is starting right now. Hey, and welcome everybody back. We're back, and I'm here with Sandro Samarco, the wonderful, the incredible Sandro Samarco.
Hello.
He... hopefully, if everybody press F5 and get us back on, I can see that our viewers weren't quite as high as they were before the server seems to be working, but that's great. Maybe that'll pick up soon. But thank you guys for sticking around. Hopefully you can see us. Everybody in the chat, all good? Hey. Server's still down for the market date. Sandy, nice cap. So, just want to say about this cap right here. Modelled very, very wonderfully by Sandro. As far as I'm aware, that cap is now actually in our stores.
I hope so.
Yeah, so
I don't actually know.
Yeah, no, that's true. Like, they weren't the other day because we were talking about it the other day. So Sandro Samarco, for those who don't know, Sandro is he is a lead designer on Elite Dangerous.
So they tell me.
So they tell him.
Yeah.
So everybody, apparently people are playing. They're back on, and that is fantastic. I'm really, really pleased that people are there now. But hopefully, more people will join us as time goes on. We did have about 1,500 people before. I think that we were all... But I'm so excited that people are back. There we go. More viewers popping up there. That's nice to see. Welcome back. So... the servers are back up online, so make sure you are playing. I'm actually installing right now on this PC as well. So eventually, on the next section, hopefully we're going to be getting some play there as well. So Sandro, yes, he is the best dressed man at Frontier Developments by a long way. I mean, that goes without saying. But if you check frontierstore.net right now, and someone let me know if actually I think it's in the store. That's what I was told. So a little birdie in my ear told me that was up and running. That the cap should be this very cap. And actually, as a celebration of it being online, we're going to give this cap away at the end of this section of the stream as well. We'll work out how we're going to do that. In the chat in just a moment. But before that, does anybody have any questions for Sandro Samarco about Elite Dangerous, about the design behind things and things like that? What do you all feel?
There's loads of questions coming. They're escaping me, in fact.
Well, there are too many questions coming through. I mean, that goes without saying. There are too many questions coming through.
A bobblehead of me, that might break the game. I'm not sure that would be it will crack your screens. I'm not sure that would be a good idea.
I'm bald and need the cap, says Mark Jones. Fantastic.
Hey, so am I.
Okay. Wow, so much. Yeah, if you restart the launch, that might help out. I can't give you any. Unfortunately, I can't give you any tips and tricks right now from back here.
Will my shirt be in the store? Unfortunately, I can't remember who said that. I didn't see it. Unfortunately, not. This one is specifically for this this stream.
Yeah, it is a very on-demand thing. Did you wear that coming in? Is this a new one?
Well, it's not new. It's not new.
It's new to this stream.
It's new to the stream. Yeah, it's as disgustingly garish as the others. I'd like to think.
Yeah, so when can people get cool items to fill their cockpits? Well, there's one already that we've just recently announced, which is, of course, the Bobbleheads.
Yes.
Which can also be pre-ordered in our store. We've got one more day with the David Braben Bobblehead, and then actually that's going out of the store because it's kind of a limited edition. It might come back in later on, but I'm not sure if that's going to come out with maybe even a little bit of a seasonal tweak to it at a later date. So it's kind of, there's a collectible essence about these things. So some people are saying about turning up mics. Unfortunately, we've got whatever we can done here. We're talking about the game Elite Dangerous 1.4. CQC has come out. People are finally getting their hands on it. The servers are actually live. How does it feel, Sandro Samarco? It must feel like a personal victory. The lead designer.
I can't take all the credit. The team's done a great job. We're all really, really happy.
Yeah.
I'm personally very proud, and I will take all the credit now, actually, and say it is all me.
Just make sure it's turned up nice and close to you. Just speak directly into it.
I hope everyone likes it. I really do. I think it's pretty great.
Can you walk? Panda WTG says, can you talk through your design process? Only if you're allowed to. I don't know if it's like an NDA thing.
Design process. Okay, so I come in really late. I just mumble. No one understands what I say. And then some really cool people make the game. And then I wear a nice shirt for a Twitch stream, and I say, yeah, it was difficult, but I did it in the end.
I'm the one who did it all.
Actually, in all fairness, so especially with the new stuff, it's no different to the old stuff. We get loads of briefs. We have David obviously has got a strong vision for the game, so we've got a good idea of our starting point. We brainstorm the ideas. I like to do that as a team. I think it's always much better when you get more input. When we've got a lot of documentation, which the design discussion forum was actually kind of a nice insight into before the game launched. Those were the documentation. That was the documentation that we were using. Then that goes through what I could like to call the meat grinder, which is everyone else. The whole team gets in on it. Various people have their say. It gets chewed up, spat out, and then the end result gets implemented. So it's really much, and then it's just an iterative process. So there's a lot of touchy-feely stuff going on, and we all like a bit of touchy-feely.
Yeah,
so,
no, definitely. Who doesn't like touchy-feely? Question about multi-crew. Can you talk about it? So, of course, today is all about the Xbox One launch, which is amazing. We're so thrilled about that, and also about 1.4 for the CQC for PC players. And I'm so glad that we could get that out at the same time. Obviously, that was never sort of. I feel like it was my decision. I made it. No, God, like nothing. By the way, if you are just joining and you have no idea who we are, I'm Edward Lewis, the community manager for Frontier Developments, or one of the amazing community team here. And if I say so myself, what I mean is the other guys are really good, and I just do these bits. And then we have Sandro Samarco, the lead designer of Lead Dangerous. So if there are any questions in there, any interesting questions, please do bring them through, bring them to us. We are going to try and play a little bit of Elite Dangerous very, very soon, as soon as I can get a tiny little bit of a break from the stream to then put it back on. And then you know how these things work.
Do the hand movements.
It's
very important.
So I need to do the things on the thing on the screen down there. Sandro, maybe you can answer my question. I'm reading this without reading it first. What about those Imperial ranks? Any plans for gender-specific ranks? I don't like Prince or Lord. Interesting question.
Wow, that actually did come up not that long ago.
Good. I'm glad to hear it did.
There's no movement on it at the moment, but yeah, no, I think, and it was like, I don't want to be a prince. Yeah. I want to be a princess.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. I don't actually know what's happened to that. It's around as one of the potential issues. Will we get to change it? I honestly don't know. I'm fairly certain not just yet.
Yeah,
I have to say, in all honesty, cool. But that's definitely, it's literally on one of our lists somewhere.
Great. Someone says it's actually Ricky Gervais and Rhys Thomas, really. So I don't know which one's Ricky Gervais.
Wow, I don't know about that.
That's
quite frightening.
Someone is asking us a lot, and I don't want to seem like we're ignoring players. Sandy is always really good at coming on here and being really candid about these things. So, up at the top is the Aura review. People have been saying that quite a few times.
Yeah, no, the Aura mock-ups were great. No movement on that at the moment. But we're not ruling out. I've got nothing really to say about that one right now.
Yeah, fine.
It's definitely not being killed, but it's not anytime soon.
Sandro's got a Ricky vibe apparently.
Ricky Gervais? Isn't Ricky Gervais like really cringy and horrible?
Do you mean Ricky Gervais or do you mean David Brent?
Well, I don't. Well,
David Brent is his character.
Okay,
yeah. Ricky Gervais is the comedian who plays him. I don't think you like David Brent. That's fine.
I hope not.
So hopefully people are getting in. Let us know about your experiences and if people are playing, because I really want to. My facial expression is perfect, and we're reading the chat, having fun despite the stress. We are. Look at this. Right, we're trying to herd 1,100 people trying to answer questions. People are getting booted from the servers. That's a real shame. But hopefully these things are going to get ironed out over time. I think it's probably going to be like that, with a lot of people going, new features, and just jumping in and trying to get on it. So I have a question for people in the chat actually as well. Most of you played in the beta.
What's that?
Yeah, people are saying servers.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
That's why I was saying it's probably just a case of a lot of people trying to get in.
Well, hopefully it's everyone. Hopefully everyone's got it and they're all wanting to get in.
Well, that's my question for the chat. Is it did a lot of people play the beta before, or is this actually the first time that you're going to get any of that, any of the new content? I'm interested to hear your feedback on it. So Lapator says, what do you think about the fuel rats? Are you able to implement the logo in game to print it on ships? So I love that logo, and sadly I forgot to bring my mug with me, but I've actually got a fuel rats mug.
Yeah, I've seen it.
That's not my decision to put those sort of things in the game, but
we all love the fuel rats.
Yeah, the fuel rats are incredible.
Yeah, that's official.
Love that about the game, that you can have these sorts of things in there.
Absolutely, and I'd love to see it in game as well.
Yeah.
So I have no idea if we can do it, but I think it would be brilliant. I would love to support. Organisations like the Fuel Rats are great. They enhance the game for everyone. So I think it's cool.
Yeah. So all those questions that were on the beta servers, that was to stress test those servers in our event called Mayhem. But we are going to, because of the success of those, we're definitely going to have some more events coming ahead and going out those. Going out in the game as it was, the Mayhem events, those series 41 events.
Yeah, no, So I'm lost reading the.
It's
the
crazy.
well.
I almost feel like it's almost.
There's
too
one I
fast.
keep seeing with the blue TM. What's that? Do you know how soon TM injected items events like we saw with Billionaires Trojan will be used in the game?
Interesting. And remember, you don't have to.
I can't answer that.
Answer those questions. Is it because...
I can't answer that.
Okay.
I don't have all of the details, and I don't think I'm allowed to talk about the details that I do have.
Okay, that's a shame.
Only idiots run out of fuel. Wow, that's a bit harsh. I don't know who said that, but
again, when you've got 1,100 people in a chat, you do have to be careful about which ones you read out before reading them yourself.
Yeah, I should maybe do that.
Yeah, transaction errors, so people having some problems getting in, but again, like I said, just stay with it, keep trying again and again, because eventually you will get in the game. Do you design the ships from the cockpit to the outside, or is it the other way around? I know that Mike Evans is probably somebody who's going to be able to talk with me on that.
From the cockpits,
yeah.
It's more of an art call, in fairness.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Okay.
think.
No, that's interesting.
In terms of,
so Mike does the gameplay stuff.
Yeah, we did the gameplay. Mike's a total prepared when it comes to the actual stats and things, but the aesthetics of them. We talk to the artists all the time about where hard points could be and should be.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of candid back and forth about that.
Interesting.
Because sometimes what looks visually great doesn't work well for the gameplay. Like a hard point on the top of a ship is inherently better than a hard point on the bottom, because people chase upwards. So if you're going to have a gimbal weapon, you want it to kind of look up into the space where you're chasing. You don't have to chase upwards. People could do inverted rolls, but they don't. They always go up because the cockpit tends to look up, and So there's other things like that, but it's as much an art call for the actual design of it.
So where do you draw inspiration for new ships? Is this something that's obviously back in the original Elite from 1984? That sort of stuff is there. And again, this is probably
there's a big art component to this. Absolutely, No, in fact, it's mainly, I would imagine, more of a David art component.
Interesting.
What we do is we get these crazy ideas, and then we have to go, okay, how's that going to fit in with all the rest of the ships? That's the real challenge. Absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt.
Awesome. So obviously you've got Elite Dangerous Horizons coming as well at the end of this year. That's what we're saying. We're saying 2016 still. That's what we're saying. But it is that going to be a sort of game-changing thing? Because a lot of people here might not know about what's coming.
Horizons?
Yeah.
I sincerely hope it's a... Right, okay, I can officially say it's going to be a monster. It is going to be a monster in terms of the amount of effort that we're putting into it, the amount of time it's going to run for, because it's literally a whole... We say season, it's a year or so's worth of full-time development into it. It's got some really cool things coming. The planetary stuff is going to be wicked, hopefully. We're going to loot. There's going to be some really cool customization for the ships. Multi-crew. There's a whole... These are not small things. These are big things.
Absolutely not.
Whoa.
Yeah, what I've done there is I've actually loaded up the game myself to see if we can get some actual
Which means
play.
we've got a black screen.
It means we've got a black screen, unfortunately. Yeah, but I'm going to sort that out in just a second, so it's not a problem.
So I really hope people like it, and I really hope...
I think people will, man.
Again, it's not just the one expansion. It's a season of content. That's the big thing to take away from it. There's going to be a lot.
Which we announced all of that stuff in last week's newsletter, was it? And it was the week before.
I think it was the week before.
And it was pretty big. Oh, it was EGX, was it?
I think so. Yeah,
it was a long time ago. So, question: what is it that a lead designer does? That's a good question.
So I guess one of my main duties is wrangling the brief and vision into high level mechanics that are going to work with the game, and making sure that as we add these new features and as we make changes, that it fits in with the overall aesthetic of what the game was at the start. So it's really it's looking after all the designers and making sure they can do a great job.
Fantastic. Okay.
So.
Yeah, that's a really interesting thing. I know that you really, really care about your guys, and you
I
take
do.
it personal.
Don't tell them. They'll get big-headed, but they're really rather good.
They are amazing. They're an amazing bunch. It really is.
So,
question: where does Sandro buy his shirts? Are you actually ever going to tell people where you get these things from, or are you going to keep it to yourself?
That'd be like Saving Private Ryan, where they're trying to work out where the captain's from. If someone works it out, that's fair enough. But I'm sorry, there are some secrets that a gentleman just doesn't discuss. Yeah.
So how often do weapon balancing and things like that get a pass? Just saw some people asking this question.
Yeah,
like,
it's interesting. So we have big passes every now and again. They're quite rare. When we find something that we think is utterly broken, we have in the past done hot fixes for it. But the severity means that all these changes. Every time we make a change, now the game's live. It's a completely different ball game to when the game was not live. You know, pre-release we would change things left, right, and centre. Now we have to be a lot more careful.
Okay.
I'd say the gaps are quite large in between, but we're always talking about it. Oh, you would not believe the amount we go on about the kind of things of module balancing and the arguments and debate over things like shield. I'm fairly certain people won't be surprised if I say that shield cells often come up. Anyone who's played the game has got an opinion on shield cells. It's that. So we're always we do take the comments that we get really seriously. So we can't just implement things over and over though. That's all. We have to kind of pick our moments to do them.
I'm just reading this chat, just absolutely mind blown by how many questions coming through. You guys are brilliant. Thank you very much. Server's back up again for some people, which sounds really, really good. So here we go. What I want to do, because we have only got Sandy for a few more minutes, because he has to go back and carry on doing amazing work.
I'm stuck in the middle of loot at the moment. I'm deep in loot.
So this is the. No, it's cool. Like, we announced that as part of EGX, wasn't it? You were on stage, weren't you?
Apparently.
How was that?
It was quite frightening.
This was since we've done this, I think.
Yeah.
Last time, yeah.
Yeah,
I think it was quite frightening.
It was. It was.
Yeah, but it was good though. I think
with a face made for radio, I'm not sure it was the right place for me, but it was a lot of fun.
All right, so Wobbly Bobblies for Xbox One. I think it's talking about the bobbleheads. That's something that I think the guys are working on to make sure we can get those sorts of things in. It's like it's a Microsoft infrastructure thing that it's hard to do, but I know that they're working on ways to make that happen.
There are various rules, I guess.
Yeah.
Someone just asked what my personal take on shield cells is. I just want to say I think they're not right, but they're not totally wrong. I don't want to limit them to one per ship, otherwise everyone will just have them as a de facto item. I do want to make it so that there is a much more of a cost to using them.
Fantastic. So what are somebody says here
more class 4 weapons? Hopefully yes, don't know when.
Yeah, you were bullied. Why do you hate missiles? Were you bullied by missiles as a young child?
Well, yeah, I mean, missiles, they've not treated me well in life in general. Again, missiles, they're not right. They're not as bad as people make out, okay, statistically. I know that people don't like using them, and there are some significant downsides to them. We do want to buff them. I do want to make them a lot better. I don't want to go straight back, though, to where we came from. Because I think that would be equally wrong.
Yeah, sure.
I want to make them a lot more useful, and I want to make malfunctions more useful and interesting. So missiles doing multiple damage, doing damage to multiple modules, that kind of thing. Give them their own shtick, as it were. So they're not just another way of doing damage. They're another effect as well as damage.
Exile1 says, any other changes within the CQC with 1.4?
1.4?
Yeah, because I think it was David who was talking about the very subtle things that all add up to make it an awesome experience.
I think there probably are, but you know what? I'm gonna be really embarrassing, so I can't remember what they are.
Oh, Sandy.
That's really
We've got the new ships.
Well, of course. I was about to say there's new ships.
Apart from the amazing new ships,
yeah.
We've got the Imperial Eagle, which we have a picture of here, which is very lovely. And it has so far been. Look at this. It's a picture of the Imperial Eagle, like a nice piece of artwork there, a little bit of concept art.
Ain't she a beaut?
And what it has been signed so far by Jim Stimson, who is the lead designer on CQC.
Absolutely.
David Braben, of course, our CEO. And we are going to get you to sign this, Sandy, before you leave. And at the very end of the stream, about 10 to 8, quarter to 8, we're going to give it away to somebody in the chat.
Wow.
I know. Lovely.
Of course. It's a lovely picture.
But before we do this, I've got one more cool thing to show, and that is actually something from Horizons, technically. So don't get too excited, because there isn't a piece of video content. I'm being kind of naughty by saying that, to be honest. But this is actually a paint job that's coming to Horizons, and it is one of the winners of the competition.
Oh, awesome.
The paint job competition. And this is for, I think I said it before, is the Viper. So I'm going to bring up the paint job here now. So this one was the Anaconda, of course, won by Strive 3025. It's called Chevron. This is designed by the community. So these skins here, paint jobs, sorry, were designed by the community. That's wicked. They won the prize. So we've got 5 of them. This is the first one I showed before, but this is the next one. This one is called Blackjack. Oh, I've got to make sure I click on it and move it properly. There you go. This one's called Blackjack, and it is for the Viper. And it is by somebody called Ileona.
Sinister.
It is a little sinister, isn't it? It's a little Sith.
It's like a spider.
So hopefully people like that, and let us know what you think. Of course, people are shouting Bananaconda for the previous one. Yeah, so we are looking at ways to get copies of that signed poster. Hopefully, maybe not every one of them will be signed. People say sexy, nice. That's good. I like people like that. It's kind of a red Viper. Yeah, it's actually called Blackjacks. Aren't red and black. Interesting, but I think it's more about the concept of that sort. The blackjack, the weapon that you can whack people with. The kosh.
The bludgeoning weapon.
Yeah, that's kind of what it is. So hopefully you guys like that. Again. We will be in touch with the person who's won to explain how you're going to get hold of this yourself in the game. But these will be coming to Elite Dangerous Horizons as part of that. These new paint jobs and more. These are just the community made ones.
Well done, everyone who did those.
Yes, a round of applause to everybody who entered, of course. And we do have in the next segment coming up, we have Gary Richards coming on, who is you guys. Nobody, I don't think, at home has ever actually met Gary Richards on the live stream.
He's exclusive.
So he's very excited to be here. I have to treat him very nicely because he's a lovely man. But he's going on. He actually took the lead on producing for.
He made it
One.
happen.
He made the Xbox One happen. So
he's legend.
Get your Xbox One questions ready, and we are going to show the vulture skin that was won, but for the paint job as well. But before we go, what we're going to do, and I really hope this is going to work, I want everybody in the chat to say, "I want Sandy's cap." Yeah. So I want Sandy's cap. And if everybody says that, I'm going to pick, when I'm going to say, after I say stop, I'm then going to pick, I'm going to control F, pick somebody from the chat who said it, and you're actually going to win Sandy's cap. So there you go. How about that? Hopefully. So get doing it. I want Sandy's cap. It's going to roll. This is actually, there we go. Here we go. It's going crazy. It's going crazy.
It's this actual cap.
This actual cap as well, by the way. This one. So you will have Sandy's DNA on there.
Yeah.
So
that's
please do not implicate him in any strange murders
or
or scan it in for anything weird. But yeah, this is we'll leave it going for a while.
Oh dear.
Leave it going for a while. Hopefully everyone's had a chance to say I want Sandy's cap. Hopefully we aren't breaking YouTube. But yeah, like I said, stick around because at the end of the stream we've got an amazing giveaway for the signed photograph. We're going to do Mike Brookes is going to give away a copy of his book as well. We've got all sorts of stuff coming up. Mike Brookes is coming on in about half an hour's time. Then we've got Adam Woods and Eddie Symons as well. So, and also we'll finally play some of the game if we can get it loaded up. So everybody, stop. It is time for us to control an F. If I can do that, let's have a look. Somebody else can find it. Here we go. You ready? Look around, look away, control an F. That's fine. Okay, so Noah J.D. Chin. I'm going to write that down. Noah J.D. Chin, congratulations. Sandy doffs his hat to you.
I doff my cap.
Doffs his cap to you. I'm writing down your name here, so I'm going to message you later on and get your details so we can send this very hat in the post. Good question. What does everyone think? Do you think Sandy should sign it? Sign the cap? I really want everyone to stop saying I want Sandy's cap now.
There's only one cap.
Yeah.
You can't have any more.
It's gonna. You know what? It's gonna be impossible. We won't sign it until we get an email. We'll ask him an email if he wants you to sign it or not.
Is it Anthony Ross?
Is Anthony Ross?
To break free. I don't know. That sounds suspicious.
People are commenting on your hair, Sandy. Ah, rigged. It's not rigged. Promise. Anyway, guys, sign it. Says people. Yeah, we'll have a look into that later on. But I've got.
I like that bald. Yes, very very bald. Sorry.
So we want Sandy. Right. Okay. Next, Sandy's t-shirt. Sandy's trousers, and Sandy's. No, that's enough. Okay. Well, thank you so much, guys, again for watching. I am just going to knock us into the back soon. Are you still laughing at the chat?
Someone wants my hair.
So make sure you come back again. We're going to be 5 minutes away. I'm going to mute the microphone. Just going to say back soon. I'm going to set up and get things going as well with the game. So hopefully, guys, we will see you very soon. Thanks again for sticking with us. We've got loads more coming up. Thank you, Sandy, so much. I love having you on here. It's always a lot of fun.
I love being on this. This is cool.
We're going to get you back in. We're going to get having a lot more of that. Thank you, guys, and we will speak to you very, very, very soon. Hello, everybody, and we are back. I am back. Sandro's not back. Sandro had to go away and do lots of hard work based on loot, I think, or something. Something secret that we aren't supposed to talk about. But I am here, excuse me, choking, with Gary Richards, senior producer, responsible for making sure the Xbox One version of the game happened.
Making sure that the Xbox version went out today.
Yeah, fantastic. So you must be very proud, very excited, very interested.
Yes, very relieved, I think would be a good thing.
That's an honest answer. I do like that. But yeah, Gary.
No, very excited as well. It's been really cool.
Yeah, we do want to say big thank you, of course, to you for being here, for everybody being here today. Do say welcome. I would like to see people say hi, Gary. Yo, Gary. If anyone's got any questions about sort of changing things over to
somebody, I'm not sure. Yeah.
Gary's glasses. Love the shirt.
Glasses, love the shirt. Yeah.
Are you David Braben's mini-me clone?
Oh, definitely not. No.
Make sure everyone. So, of course, if people need to, like, if you can speak directly into the microphone, because we've had some people saying that they can't hear us properly. And stuff,
okay, that's fair enough. Sorry,
Absolutely.
I'm a little bit laid back in the chair. It's been a long day.
Yeah, it has, but it is well-deserved rest now, sitting
Yes.
here. Of course, you have. Some people have been saying that there's a little bit of up and down getting in and out of the servers and stuff. That is literally just down to load. Server load has been crazy with people jumping on there. So eventually that will stable out. So do keep trying to get in there. Do keep trying to play because you will get to play eventually.
Yes,
fantastic.
I was playing just before I came in here, so I can confirm that the servers are running and
fantastic.
CQC is up and running on Xbox as well. We managed to have a quick game of that before I got dragged away.
Yeah. So are you any good at CQC, or is that something that you let other people do?
I thought I was reasonably good, and then I joined a game with design, and then realised that I'm not very good at all.
So who's better in the game? Is that so? CQC, is that a design thing? They're really good, or is it or the guys who make the game, or is it QA who are really good at testing? The guys who test the game get to play it a lot of the time.
So there's always been a little bit of.
Sorry. No. Don't you just whatever makes you feel comfortable.
Very relaxed after today. Yeah, so there's always been a little bit of rivalry, shall we say, between QA and the dev teams, with QA thinking that they're generally better at playing CQC than the dev teams are. So it's been entertaining testing it. And,
someone's saying, why was Gary hogging the server? They're trying to get games.
Yeah, so certainly QA think they're the best, and the dev teams think they're the best. There was talk of some sort of match, but I don't know whether that
is going to happen eventually. Yeah, we are going to try and set up. We just announced the CQC tournament actually today. It's like a massive £100,000 tournament with a prize pot, I think, of £15,000. But we're going to be doing all sorts of nice, lovely production around that with presenters and all sorts of exciting stuff. But are you going to try and get involved in that? If we do have a dev team on there, is that something you'll be joining in?
I'm not sure that I would make the grade, to be honest. There are some very, very talented Twitch players out there that are way better at CQC than I am.
Okay, well,
some games people can win before I've even figured out where I need to be shooting.
Okay, so what does so somebody saying there, like, oh well, obviously the designers have too much time on their hands. So obviously design is a very sort of a thing that people have to iterate on and things like that. So they have to play it to test it out to make sure that it actually works. What better way to do that is to play with a team of people, and QA are those people. But what is the life of a producer, Gary? What do you do on a day-to-day basis?
Day-to-day basis, I generally make sure that everybody knows what they should be doing, when it needs to be done by, and to make sure that they've got all the stuff that they need to do it. So if PCs break or dev kits, we need more dev kits or anything like that, then somebody will come to me and go, I'm blocked, I need this, that and the other, and it's my job to make sure that they can carry on working.
And you're also, that's a really nice way of putting it, but you do have to crack the whip every now and again, don't you?
Yeah, I do sometimes feel that I'm probably one of the most hated person within the thing. I'm the person that has to generally ask people to work late.
Yeah, but it's an interesting. It is really, really weird coming into a development studio and seeing all these new different different roles that you don't really know exists outside of development, and it's actually a really, really fascinating thing. So people are Gary is a soft voice, leave him alone. Exactly, it's just a soft voice, guys. Just turn up your microphones a little bit. So we have some really quite exciting stuff today as well. First of all, I'm actually quite interested before we start doing the paint job thing again, because we're actually announcing the paint job winners. So there's a paint job competition to design your own paint job, and we're actually announcing the winners today in this chat. We're going to be doing one at the end of Gary's section as well. We've already shown off the Anaconda and the Viper skin that won, and they do look really, really beautiful. I'll show those again. But first of all, I just want to ask Gary a few more questions. Does anybody have any questions about how it is to be a producer on something like Xbox, or like the challenges that they came across and things like that? I suppose I can do it. Gary, what sort of challenges did you come across with when you were developing the Xbox One?
Because we started with the PC version, we already had quite a good base to work from. Mainly we were just adding platform features such as things like the friends lists, and we've added achievements. One of the things that was first decided was how you go from a PC controller where you've got a mouse, a keyboard, you've got all these wonderful control sticks and joysticks that people can buy for their PCs, and how you translate all of those commands and button presses into a single Xbox controller.
That's an amazing thing, because actually I think it's really intuitive, and I think it really does work, and it's really nice. But that sort of thing must have been quite time consuming, I suppose.
Yeah, the guys in the design team, the brief from them was make sure that it's intuitive to play for people that have never played Elite before, but equally, if people have played the PC version, we don't want to suddenly swap a load of buttons around so that they're firing their weapons rather than going into hyperspace and this kind of stuff. So that's why in the control options we have what we call a classic and a default.
Yeah, the default setting as well, and like it must have been quite difficult. Are those changes going to be moved over into the PC version as well?
I think there is a certain. I don't know if it's been done for 1.4, but there is talk of bringing the context menus over to the PC.
Okay, well, that's really, really exciting.
It's just to make sure that everything's in sync, so that people like David Braben, who plays both versions of the game, doesn't get, can pick up one controller and switch controllers, and he can just play it instantly. Yeah,
I've actually had a few times where I've tried to do both, and I pick back up and I'm like, oh no, Y is now lock on, or is it A? And I'm just like, ugh. So people, we have somebody here as well saying about your shirt quite a lot. This Elite shirt. I think it's quite. I don't know if anybody else at home has got one, but I don't think we're going to give away this shirt on the stream, because unfortunately, I think I've seen Gary wear this maybe 30 to 40 times. Every other day he's wearing this.
It is my I can't be bothered to iron a shirt.
Well, it's great. I mean, it's a really lovely shirt. I'm just having a look now around.
Are we allowed to say I think you can buy them.
This one specifically?
I'm sure you can get these on the store.
I'm sure you can find some. That one specifically?
Well, not this one, because obviously I'm wearing.
We can buy a shirt.
Oh yeah. But I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so let's have a look up here. Will PC and Xbox servers be linked in the future? Is that something that's difficult to do?
So in terms of, there's two things. As part of the 1.4 stress test, and now that we've gone live with the launch, the Xbox and the PC all use the same background sim. Yeah. So they're all sharing the same servers. So if I sell a bunch of items on one planet on the Xbox, that will affect the price on the PC. Community goals and things like power play, they're all shared. So we PC players and Xbox players can all join together and do community goals.
Yep.
And achieve the same
awesome.
thing. What you can't do at the moment is crossplay. So if I'm flying on the PC and you're flying on the Xbox, we will never, at this point in time, we won't ever meet in space, but we can both contribute to the same goals.
Yeah, I think that obviously it would be an amazing experience to have that, and it would be a very desirable feature, but it's something that's quite difficult to do, I assume, from a technical perspective.
Yes, it's cool. I mean, it's taken one of the advantages of the game preview program that we've been part of has allowed us to do these things and test them with more people than we've just got in our studio and within our QA department. So the plan was always to merge the Xbox players and the PC players into the same background sim. and I think we did that with the last GPP that we did.
Yep.
Although hopefully nobody noticed, because it should have been reasonably seamless, other than there was a new Xbox update and everybody jumped back in, and it should have just worked. But from our point of view, it was really helpful to be able to test that in a test environment without
Cool.
going to the live servers.
So we've had a few questions as well. Somebody earlier on said, what's your favourite part of Elite Dangerous on the Xbox One is, and specifically, are you an Xbox One player, or are you somebody else? Even I know, of course, it sounds a bit strange to say this, but somebody who's developed on or works and helped develop the Xbox One version of it. Do you still play the PC a lot, or?
I don't tend to play the PC. I am kind of a console player ever since the early days of things like the Super Nintendo and the Mega Drive and Master Systems, showing my age. I've always been a console player because I like having a PC at work, and there are some PC games that I play, but back in the day you were always fighting against like config.sys files and making sure you had enough base memory and drivers, and it was all just horrible. And so I think when consoles came out, it was just the fact you could plug in a cartridge or slap in a disc and you knew that it would just work.
Yeah.
And I like that.
There's
just
something quite nice
working.
about that. I do like that about, well, again, these machines, Xbox One and stuff like that, no discredit to either Xbox One or PS4, but they are becoming more and more like PCs. And so there are more and more things that can go wrong. Anyway, that is on a different subject entirely. Are you a full-time YouTuber? Says the Quill. No, absolutely not. I'm a full-time community manager working with the amazing community team to service our wonderful growing community. What do you think of the Elite Dangerous community, Gary? What's from your experiences of meeting any of these guys and things like that?
So the thing that always surprises me is the dedication, and just I don't know where people get the time to do all to do the amount of work and the amount of hours that they put into this game.
Yeah.
Back in when the PC was first launched and there was the race to Elite, and some of the numbers of hours that people had put in to get to that.
Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable.
Don't know, these people, I guess it's down to
it's incredible.
Soft drinks and not
and
sleeping.
Lots of Monster energy drinks. But there are some people saying in the chat about having problems with getting in the servers and stuff. That's why part of the reason why we're here is to sort of talk to you guys while the servers are having these sort of problems. It's load is what it is. It's literally how many people are trying to get on all at once. So do keep at it, and eventually these things will sort of slowly balance out. Right, let me do something here, Gary. We only got you for another few minutes because you do have to get back on helping these guys make sure that the server load is fine. And by the way, I have to say, bless the. I hope that's not offensive. Bless the people who are working on the servers right now. Some of those guys are absolutely amazing. All of those guys are amazing. So I hope that they are not tearing their hair out over there. So
no, it was fair. Well, calm's the wrong word, but they were fairly determined when I left. We know what the problems are. It's just a case of sorting through them.
My heart tells me that Gary is a peaceful trader, but my mind hopes he's a crazy PvP guy. What do you play in Elite?
In Elite, actually that's pretty true. I like a bit of CQC. I do quite like the odd deathmatch now and again. And when I'm not playing CQC, I play World of Tanks with my son.
Oh, interesting.
That's quite nice.
That's really, really interesting.
We've got this little race to see who can get to a tiger tank first. But to be honest, I kind of a bit of a space trucker, really. And I'm happy to just trade my way around the galaxy.
Well, I mean, Gary says, I'm very calm today, but actually this is Gary every single day. If you ever need to calm down in the office, you can just go and walk over to Gary and say, Gary, calm me down. And that's why you're a producer, I suppose, because people need to be able to see you and just be like, it's interesting. Nice easy level.
People tell me that I'm quite calm, but if they obviously can't see the inside of my head.
Interesting. We're gonna okay, so obviously keep these questions coming through. I think it is fantastic to Gary. Do you play with spreadsheets?
Oh yes. Thanks. Yeah, I spend quite a lot of time in spreadsheets of various.
Yeah, so we have got some questions. People saying about Hutton Truckers as well. Of course, that was amazing. The thing that those guys did. mug, the community goal.
Yeah.
First of all, getting that as a community goal and then actually making it a real commodity in game is really, really incredible. Those guys have got other things planned as well. In fact, they sent me a mug. I was going to say, I mentioned the Fuel Rats mug before, but I actually got an amazing Hutton Orbital mug as well. Those guys are really, really cool. So I really do appreciate everything that they've done, because it just makes the game feel really, really alive. So for people who've just joined us, because the numbers are going up and down a lot, this is an Elite Dangerous live stream without the Elite Dangerous actually in there, but just I'm inviting people on from the developers who play who make Elite Dangerous, and we're just having a chat with those guys and seeing how they feel about this big day for us, which is 1.4 and CQC and the Xbox One. What is incredible! It must feel like you said, a relief.
It is a relief,
but it must have been an enjoyable experience though as well.
Oh, it's been awesome. The run up to E3 was amazingly hectic and required far too many late nights, but the job that we do, or the job that we do is really, really good, and the team that we work with is just amazing. And if you've got good people that are working as hard, it just makes everything, I wouldn't say necessarily easier, but it's just, if you can work with good people, then that's it's a nice place to be.
All right, a lovely answer. And it's very true. I do love being able to work with people. And I just want to say thank you, Gary, for coming on and talking to people today. I know it's been very, very brief, but that's been how crazy this evening has been already. We've got loads more people coming on. I think we've got 4 more guests, including Mike Brookes as well, executive producer. I think he's coming up right next. Before you do go, though, although this isn't quite to you, have you got a copy of the Elite Dangerous soundtrack?
Yes.
You do? It is a good soundtrack, isn't it? It's a wonderful thing.
Yeah, it's very mellow, very relaxing.
Yeah, well, a relaxing guy like Gary needs a tunes to stay with his mood. So we have one of those to give away, a copy of the Elite Dangerous soundtrack. It is a digital version of the game. What I'm going to do is I want someone to say, in space, no one can hear you, listen to the OST. That's what I want everyone to say, or around that, something around that. In space, no one can hear you, listen to the Elite Dangerous soundtrack. Something around those words. And when I say stop, I'm going to pick somebody at random and they will win a copy of the soundtrack as well. So let's hear people talking about it. Go for it. Say it in the game. This is where it goes a bit mad in here. And also, while we have that on there, while we have this on the servers, on the screen, I'm going to say, in space, no one can hear listen to the OST. There it is.
There you go. It's instant, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, it's it takes a while because it's like a 30-second delay.
Yeah. Now going back to your Hutton mug.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm getting excited by that.
No, it's good. I was. It always surprises me as well that there are people out there that have no connection to the company that are then producing merchandise for the game.
It's unbelievable.
We've got people walking around. I think Mike Brookes has got a Fuel Rats t-shirt.
Yeah, is he wearing that today?
I'm not sure he's wearing it.
I
think we're all in official Elite attire today.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, no, it's amazing to think there are people out there that are producing these things.
It's really, really cool, and it just goes to say about how awesome the Elite Dangerous community is, and it really fantastic. Is, and we do love you guys, and thank you so much for coming along today. 1,300 people viewing right now, and we've had even more before as well. So one thing before you go, I think we've got Mike Brookes coming on in just a few moments as well, and we have In Space Ed is silent. I think people would quite like that, wouldn't they? Some people would like me to shut up. So here we go. We have here an incredible piece of artwork, lovely piece of artwork with the Imperial Eagle on it. I'll bring it in a little closer. It does look really, really nice. As you can see, so far it's been signed by Jim Stimson. It was supposed to be signed by Sandy, but I think I forgot to do him, but I'll make sure I get him to do it before we give this away by the end of the stream. But, so, without further ado, Gary Richards, would you do us the pleasure of signing this for us?
I can.
And again, guys, we'll be going to go to a back soon screen, but we'll only be away for a couple minutes, not maximum. And then we're going to come back with Michael Brookes. Like I said before, we have the next winner as well of the paint job competition. This is such an exciting thing to announce. I really enjoyed doing this. Basically, a couple months ago, we did a paint job competition. We got thousands and thousands of entries. We poured through those entries. We had a team of about 20 of us picking through them and making sure we find the right ones. And we have come up with some winners. So you can see here on the screen, that was the Anaconda. The Anaconda winner, that was Strive 3025 with his Chevron Anaconda. Then we announced the Viper Blackjack by somebody called Ileona, which I think is really, really beautiful. Look at that.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. So these are coming to be in Elite Dangerous Horizons, and people are still saying in Space North, can hear you listen to the EDOST. I forgot. Everyone, stop now. Stop saying that now, and I'll grab a winner from that in a second. And then, so this one is the Vulture, and this one is called Flash by a guy that I can't pronounce his name, Borecki. Anyway, here it is. So this is the Vulture that we picked. Again, we asked for bold designs, nice and simple, using simple colours, only a few colours, and this is what we came up with. It actually looks really, really, really beautiful in the game. So there you go. That is the Vulture
really nice.
ship skin. I think it's good.
Yeah.
There's also something Transformer-esque about it.
It is.
But
I was just
but
thinking
the name
that you looked at
Flash
it.
might hint to something as well. I think you guys should check out.
Yes.
So apparently the servers are up and down again. So what does anyone think of this? Neat. That's cool. NES controller, someone says. 1980s anime. So you're gonna get
a little bit, yeah.
You're gonna get that Viper is sick. Good choice. Yeah, well I think so. I think there's up and down. Some people like it, some people don't. But you're gonna get that opinion for pretty much anything, aren't you?
Yep,
So
like
here we
you
are.
say.
We're back. Thanks again, Gary. We are going to pause just for a moment. First of all, sorry, I'm going to announce the winner of the OST soundtrack. Let's have a look. I'm going to randomly select one here. Randomly select one. All right, so we have Commander Jenna Herfen. Commander Jenna Herfen, congratulations, round of applause, Commander Jenna Herfen. You have won yourself a copy of the Elite Dangerous soundtrack. In space, no one can hear you boogie, is what you choose to say, which I quite liked as well, because it's probably true. It's probably true, too. So I'm going to write that down in just a moment. But thanks again, guys, and thank you so much, Gary. Really appreciate you coming over and spending your time here. I know that you're a very, very busy man. So thanks, guys, and thanks for watching, and we'll be back in just 2 moments. Hello, everybody. We are back in. I here have with me executive producer Michael Brookes, the amazing, the one and only, the wonderful Michael Brookes. Do you want to scoot over this way towards me a little bit? I thought we should.
Not too close, sir.
Not too well. You know.
Let's get this mic close.
Yeah.
The
So.
mic needs moving over.
All right. There you go. Look at this. This is what executive producers do. They come in and they tear things up, ruin my live stream setup, smashing things around. So yeah, you guys, hello, lovely to see everybody. Say hello to Mike.
Yeah, hi there.
Congratulations on getting this far in life. No, congratulations on getting this far with Elite Dangerous, of course, with Elite Dangerous Xbox One 1.4 CQC. It's all very exciting. How do you feel?
Tired a little bit, but yeah, quite jubilant. We've still got some things we're sorting out, but yeah, we'll get there today.
Yeah, it's good. And if people are having a little bit of a struggle getting in, it is because of heavy server load, and those things will just iron themselves out over time. So just keep trying.
Yeah, the server team are already on it. And
yeah, those guys are absolutely amazing. We were just talking about before. So if people have questions for Mike, that's kind of what we want to hear. That's what we're here for. Because Mike Brookes is very famous for being on the forums a lot and engaging in a really amazing way. So how do you feel about the community, guys?
I think we're very lucky in that Elite has some very passionate fans, and I think that's always been the case, especially even before the Kickstarter was announced. There was like this hardcore of people holding out for Elite 4, and when we first set up our forums, probably about 7 years ago, something like that, I was kind of the main person looking after that, so I got to know a few of them then. Yeah.
It's really incredible, and I have seen some names in the chat here today. Even though we do have 1,200 people here, we do have some names in the chat that you will recognise coming through. Eric Marquet, right there. He was actually one of our ambassadors at PAX South and people like that. And what I love is that I can look through a list of that's this long with this many people talking and pick out so many names that I know.
Yeah, we have some great characters amongst the fans.
Yeah, it's really, really amazing. I do love it.
And not all of them have done dodgy photoshops with me.
Not all of them, not yet. That's today's challenge. No, that's not true. That's not what we're going to say. So today we're here, obviously, to celebrate the launch of CQC 1.4 and on Xbox One as well. Elite Dangerous is finally on Xbox One. I think that's really an amazing achievement. But of course, if anybody does have any questions for Mike about the game, because I know that a lot of you guys ask him lots of questions. So Mike, have a read through and see what you think. Can you see on the screen there?
Okay, so there is a question about Spanish translations, which I saw pop up quite a bit earlier on one of the earlier streams. So some of the wonderful guys in our Spanish community have actually been working on Spanish translations for the game.
Fantastic.
We're hoping that we'll get that in so they can have a look at it in game in the next couple of weeks.
Brilliant.
And all being well, we'll be in 1.5. But we need to see how that goes.
Great. That's really
but
cool.
yeah, they're wonderful guys dedicated to putting these translations in for their own language.
I like this sort of question, and it's not necessarily about the game, but Grimly Hefty says, as an insider, how do you feel with finding a balance between work on Elite Dangerous and your life outside of Elite Dangerous? And he says, yes, I know, not everyone has that, me included.
So I think that just comes down to time management. I basically do my 10, 12 hours at work, and then I go home and I do 2-3 hours of writing, and then I'll do another couple of hours of painting. Then I'll read
painting?
for a bit.
Is that painting?
So I'm getting back into making custom chess sets at the moment.
Amazing. I've seen some.
Yeah, doing a Cthulhu one at the moment.
They are really, really cool. Yeah, and of course your writing is very important to you.
Yes, I'm very passionate about my writing. And I even got the chance to do it for Elite Dangerous, which was pretty cool.
Really, really cool. And talking about that, we may as well go into this right now because we're on that subject.
Professional segue there.
Yes, thank you very much. Yeah, we have a copy of the book to give away for one lucky person in the chat. We won't do this just yet, but we'll do it towards the end of Mike's segment because I'd rather get some more questions in for Mike. But we'll do the thing in the chat again, and I'm sure Mike will be willing to sign a copy of the book, and we'll get. We'll pick two. We'll pick one physical copy and one. There's an e-reader copy, isn't there, as well of the book?
Yeah, there is an e-book version. Sure.
Yeah, and they're both available on our store, frontierstore.net. There's a link right at the top that says books on there as well. Yeah. So let's scroll through. We've got loads more questions.
So I did see a question flash by about the player factions not being in 1.4.
Right.
So it certainly should be. I'll investigate when I get back to my desk.
Okay. Yeah, we need. Okay, this is a lot of questions here.
A Thargoid chess set.
Yeah, nice.
Nice idea.
Yeah. Books, plug the ebooks, more to read. Logbook would be great.
I don't know how you can keep up that list is scrolling a bit madly.
I know, yeah. What do you think about the new Emperor? That's a quick trick question.
Yes, so of course yesterday the new Emperor was announced. Yes, Orisa. So.
Yeah, so what do you think? So that's another fascinating thing about the game, I think, is how people have really latched on and seem to really enjoy the lore side of things.
Yes, so I think Elite's always had quite a strong lore. Obviously, with the first game, you had the Dark Wheel novelette that was with the game, and that kind of expanded on. I mean, obviously, the graphics were very primitive back then, but having that book alongside it provided some richness to what was going on in the universe around you. And that obviously carried through with the Gazzetta in the later games, and certainly with Galnet as with Elite Dangerous.
One thing that people constantly ask about is Thargoids, and literally, I think every fourth, fifth question. That's not true, but like every 10, there's definitely someone saying like Thargoids question mark. Do you think my question to you is, will people ever stop asking about the Thargoids?
Yes, I think they will stop asking. Yes.
Okay, that's interesting.
But they're quite a mysterious race themselves, so there's quite a lot to explore with them.
Okay. If you are just tuning in, by the way, and you've only just joined us, this is an Elite Dangerous live stream, but we are talking about CQC and the release of 1.4 today, and of course some more feature content that's coming as well. But the reason why we're not playing is, of course, there's a heavy server load and some people are struggling to get in and out. And so we thought we'd come here to entertain you while that sort of stuff happens as well. So hopefully you guys are enjoying this and enjoying Mike's company like as much as I am. So, Mike, are you going to do Movember again?
Not a chance.
Okay. When did you do that?
2 years ago.
Well, okay.
I did not recognise myself when I showed the beard off. It was frightening. So the beard stays. Okay,
let's have a look. We've got some more questions coming through here. Is the new Emperor Thargoid? See some more questions. I shouldn't have asked the question about Thargoid, should I?
Yeah,
I knew that would bring things in.
I can exclusively reveal that the Emperor is not a Thargoid.
Okay, yeah. You heard it here first, guys. Yeah. The Emperor is not a Thargoid.
Because the Thargoids aren't lizard people, you see.
Oh, don't say that. They will actually take that far too seriously. Can you tell us more about the Alliance? That's actually some people really like. More Alliance love.
The Alliance is something that we haven't done a great deal with yet. There is a reason for that, because we want to do something with them a bit later on. Hopefully within season 2, but we'll have to see how it goes.
Fantastic.
They're kind of a very different superpower compared to the Federation and the Empire, which are almost kind of fairly traditional power structures. Where with the Alliance, it's more of a sort of almost a collection of independents with almost similar goals, but there's quite a bit of space in there for some machinations. So.
Yeah, fantastic, and I there's so much more incredible stuff. Some of the conversations that I've had sort of with some of the art guys, just riffing on what could be, is really, really, really awesome. And obviously David's got a thing in his head. David Braben, CEO, he's always got this thing in his head of he knows where the development of this game is going and what interesting places we can go to.
He's very much the director of the game.
Yeah. So I have a question for you guys here. If you have the normal Elite Dangerous, do I still need to buy Horizons to be able to do all the stuff in it? It depends on when you bought Elite Dangerous, at what level you backed it, if you backed as a Kickstarter backer. If you've just bought the standard Elite Dangerous after its release, you will have to buy Elite Dangerous Horizons. It is a whole season of content. It's a whole, we're saying season because we can't quite commit to a year, but
our task lists for it are immense.
Yeah,
I mean, we've revealed some of the sort of headline features that will be covering in it. So ship launch fighters, so if you're a trader, you can have a fighter bay fitted and then jump into it and fly away. Obviously there's multi-crew, which is going to be a big thing, and that obviously brings along with it the avatars as well, which is so you'll be able to build your commander, make them look how you want them to look, and yes, hopefully they'll have magnificent beards too.
Well, that's the thing is in Adam's and Eddie's stream that we did the other day, they asked lots of people asking the question like, are there going to be beards? And Adam and Eddie were both laughing, saying, I don't think the game will be able to come out if Mike Brookes doesn't get beards in there. So people have been asking, saying like, can we have Ed Lewis and Mike Brookes' hair in the in the avatar creator. That would be quite funny.
On the same avatar?
Not on the same.
That could be a little weird.
No, well, I think a combined with a handsome chap. So Beard's confirmed. What name do you fly under, Mike? I don't know if you want to tell people about this or not.
So I'm Commander M. Brookes.
There you go. Simple. So let's have a look around. People talking about walk around my ship. People are obviously very excited about that. That's something that's...
Yeah, that's something much further down the line.
Yeah. What was the most interesting question you got asked today on your AMA? You were on fire on the AMA. It was ridiculous. I think you answered
quite a lot, so I can't
1,000 questions.
I don't know. It's a difficult question. You stumped me a bit with that one.
Well, maybe have a think about it.
I think the ones that I remember, the ones that I answered over and over again. So.
Yeah. Okay. Which ones?
Is Horizons coming to the Xbox?
Okay.
Xbox One.
And the answer is? Sorry to make you answer it one more time.
We don't know when, but yes.
Okay, good. That's where I think people will be really excited about that. Obviously, it must be because of... Surely that's something... Sorry, there's going to be sort of journalistic mode almost, but that's got to be something to do with the difference in performance? Or...
So it is really technical issues on doing the planet surface rendering.
Because those things look incredible, by the way.
Yes, they are. Looking pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, we won't go too much into detail about too much of that stuff. When are Bobbleheads coming out? They will be available around Elite Dangerous Horizons, of course, when that launches.
And of course, part of 1.5 as well.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Oh.
You don't need to have Horizons.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. Okay, that's interesting. Very interesting. Right, good point. Building bases on planets, that's not something that's in the game. There's going to be obviously structures down there that you can explore when you land on the planets, but building bases isn't something that's...
Yeah, so the thing that we're looking at a bit more on that as well is obviously habited space is quite a small area of the galaxy. So it's trying to make sure that we've got things that are interesting to discover further afield as well.
Cool. Someone's asking here about the unknown artifacts as well. We have had a few questions about that over this last 3 hours.
Yeah, unknown artifacts, ? They are artifacts that are unknown.
Yeah.
And the storyline is progressing with those. So.
Yeah, cool. So there is going to be more revealed to those.
Yeah, and there's been some changes with the 1.4 release. Some of which people noticed in the beta.
Oh, really?
And one in particular that I know that they won't have noticed because it didn't go live yet. It's only just gone live. So
cool. What I wonder as well is with how many people, obviously, we have a lot of people that played the original game and loved the original Elite, and so we have a large audience of people who come along and played the Elite Dangerous because of that. But then, of course, we have this whole massive audience of new players, and a lot of people watching today might be new. So I wonder what their reaction is to stuff where people saying, Thargoids, like do they know what that means? Like, I wonder if people are just like, what are they talking about?
I'm sure a quick Google can answer the question for them.
Yeah, it's true. Can you give us more information about Onion Head, Mike? You're probably most experienced with Onion Head.
Peel off an onion.
Yeah, and have a look. Now,
I've never touched the Onion Head. I'd like to make that clear right now.
Okay,
Don't let the beard fool you.
Again, I'm just going... Obviously, we're going to have loads more information about things like multi-crew, things like the loot system, which Sandy teased earlier on. Again.
Yeah, so I missed the Sandy one, but yes, loot is a big thing for us.
Yeah.
One of the big things for us, obviously, is changing how rewards work and having a bit more customization control on your weapons and modules so you can make the ship more your own.
Great.
And in conjunction with the avatars coming later, there's just even greater sort of personalization for you and your ship.
Cool. Yeah, great. I think that's obviously very, very exciting, and people... It's a thing that's with ongoing development in a game like Elite Dangerous. It isn't something that it will ever be finished. Oh, here we go. Now here's the finished product. Here's the finished version of the game.
Well, I mean, the galaxy is so huge, and there's just so many things that we already have sketched out in our heads or on paper for different things that will happen or can be encountered.
Yeah.
We want to do them all, but
it's
just so much to do that it's just going to take ages.
What do you talk about? I mean, can you talk a little bit about exploration in the game? And obviously, every sort of single element of the game isn't finished, like I said, but what sort of things were going to be done, or would you like to do eventually that might?
So I think
not improve the gameplay.
So I think with exploration, I think there's kind of different aspects to it. So one is the sheer sort of celestial wonder and seeing cool new things, and and I think there's still certain things. I think comets is one that I always keep bringing up in meetings. That we really want to add, and there's some nice gameplay with them as well. You can go and collect all the comments in the system and stuff.
Yeah.
So but as well as that is you want different mechanisms as well.
Yeah.
So the method that we have at the moment is quite simple.
Yeah.
It's effective.
It is. No, it's great. There was some really, really early concept art that I saw.
But there's nuances that I think we can layer on that. So I think some of that is coming in Horizons. There's some of the surface gameplay has you sort of searching around for new things.
That's cool.
And that's pretty cool.
Yeah. From what I've seen.
So we'll be showing some of that hopefully soon.
Yeah. You heard it. I knew that you guys wanted to hear it. If you were taking part in the soon drinking competition, take a shot now. By the way, I don't promote drinking inappropriately. Naval progression ranks, how are they going to change in future or work in future?
Yeah, so again, that's, I think the military missions and sort of aspects is something that hasn't really been that well developed in the sense that it could be much richer. So I think we're going to be taking a bit of a step back with the military and trying to make them more of a career.
Okay.
So
that's interesting.
The progression is much more involved and much more in keeping with the tasks that you're undertaking for the various navies. I think there should also be consequences if you all signed up for the Federation, but then try and sign up for the Empire as well. There should be complications that arise from that. So
interesting.
There's various things that we're going to be looking at, and I think hopefully during season 2 we're going to get the chance to.
I think that people should rest assured, and especially I can say from just walking around and seeing, looking at people as they're making concept art and things, that people you're in safe hands. These guys really, really do know what's going on and what they're doing and what they're working towards. So seriously, it's gonna be great. Somebody here talking about what are you most looking forward to of what's been announced launching and people seeing. I like that question. Thank you, Steve Dobson.
So I think actually it's going to be the planet surface exploration. I think that's just a cool new feature that works a little bit differently from what we have in game at the moment. Yeah,
and I mean it's a whole new world. So I'm going to say to quote Aladdin.
I mean, I love the game partly because of the vistas that you get in game, and obviously with Horizons, you now have these lovely horizons that you are suitably crenellated and. With the star coming up above, sunrise is just awesome.
It is unbelievable, and we are going to talk about as well in the next couple of weeks in a lot more detail about how these things are done and how we've actually made planets. But I don't want to talk in too much detail about it right now because that's something we're going to announce later on in the week. So we have some more questions. Somebody else was saying, and this is something that comes up a lot, and feel free to completely poo-poo it or just tell me off for asking it, but people would love the idea of being able to name their ship, and I don't want to announce anything right now, but
so there's nothing to announce on that, but it is something that I think a lot of the team agree with, so cool. I think it's a question of where we can fit that in.
Great, good stuff. Hype. Somebody, it's just a waste of space in the chat room, isn't it, just saying hype. Let's have a look.
Does that mean I'm hyping, or?
I think your hype. Hype, it just means be excited. Any chance, how will planets affect the different careers? So how do planets affect the different careers? How does landing on planets affect the different careers?
So there's activities for all of the major roles. Obviously having bases planet side, there's new places to deliver to. You've got ports down there. There's things to discover and investigate, new things to mine.
Cool. Yeah, so it will affect. It's almost so the planetary landings and Elite Dangerous Horizons it's an expansion of the gameplay that's already there, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah,
but it's also an addition of new types of gameplay that, and obviously doing things on the surface is very different to doing things in space.
I like something that we put in the newsletter. I think it was like Up is a new concept that hasn't been.
Indeed, and you have to be very aware of it while you're flying the. You suddenly realise how wide a Cobra is as you try barrel rolling down a canyon.
Great. Awesome. Thank you so much for answering these questions. So are we selling concept art? Something we'll talk about at a later date. Nothing to announce right now. Mad Dog, hello Mad Dog. Thank you very much for coming down to stream. Thank you, Karash. I think Karash is in here as well. Lovely to see Karash. Mike Snars, all these guys. If you guys have ever heard of, hopefully most of you have, But Fantasticon is actually an event that we love. You're going to be down there reading from your book, is that right? Or is that something I've just made up?
So it says Fantasticon.
Fantasticon, yeah.
Yes, I will be there. I will be doing reading. I'm not quite sure which book I'm reading from yet.
Yeah.
I might be doing something on my new non-work related project, but we'll see.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I think that I know that Zach and I will be there from the community team as well. So hopefully we've sold a few tickets for Fantasticon guys here.
Yeah,
so search for it.
I was there last year and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm really excited to be going down there. I know that Mike Snarls and people like that will be there hopefully. So yeah, lovely to see people. Lovely to see some familiar names in this chat. It's great. So we've only got you for a couple more minutes. So before we do boot you out of the door. Very respectfully, of course. We have to show, first of all, the next winner of the paint job competition. We announced the winner of the paint job competition about a few months ago. We started this competition. Okay. We're finally announcing the winners. We're going to have all 5 of them lined up in the newsletter at the end of the week, but I'm announcing them one by one at the end of each section. So here we go. We have, I'm going to click on this one here. At first, we had the Anaconda, which people have been calling the Bananaconda in the chat.
Okay.
But it's actually called Chevron, sorry, that's what it's called. And that was done by Strife 3025.
I did see that somebody thought it looked a bit like Blitzspear.
Okay.
And as a big fan of Nemesis the Warlock, I think that's pretty cool. It's fairly close.
Yeah, awesome. I really like that by Strife 3025. And then we have the winner. Somebody put in the Viper. This is called the Blackjack. This is by Ileona. And I think that's quite nice. I like that.
Bit of a ladybird thing.
Going on. We had a lot of ladybirds. I have to say, we had thousands of people coming in, and loads of ladybirds. Loads of ladybirds. People are like, what is it with ladybirds? Very funny. We'll talk to Eddie Symons about that soon. Next one here, we have Flash. This one's called Flash. It's the Vulture, and this is by a guy called Borecki. And yes, I like that one. That was inspired by a great sci-fi author. I won't go into the sci-fi illustrator.
Yes, Michael.
Yeah.
Chris.
Yeah. I won't go into too many details, but yeah, hopefully people like that. I know that there's obviously going to be people saying they like them, don't like them, but I think these are really cool. We asked for paint jobs that are very bold, striking, using just sort of 3 or 4 main colours, and we've got some good ones.
We had many entries, and
thousands.
I was flicking through them with Eddie, and it was
it was
pretty cool ones there.
Some people say it looks like Transformer. I think it looks kind of like an Iron Man. Iron Man Vulture, Iron Man Transformer. I think it's good. I like it. And anyway, so this is the new one, the one that you haven't seen yet. Remember, these are actually, in fact, this is actually almost exclusive Elite Dangerous Horizons content, because these are going to be available. Elite Dangerous Horizons comes around. But this is the next one we have, and I really like this one. This is an ASP. It's called Arrowhead, and it is by Trespasser, but with 3 as the E instead of 3. You know,
as you do,
as people do on the internet. So I think that's really nice. We've got one more to announce, and we'll do that in the next section. And it's with the Cobra, and the Cobra one is absolutely stunning. So do stick around to see the winner of the Cobra. So hopefully people do like it. I see some people say nice. That's really, really cool. So
Flash
again,
Gordon's American Football Kid.
Yeah.
I've not seen that film in years.
10 out of 10. Best of all. This could be done better with respect for the artist. All right. Okay. All right. Nice one. Very clean designs. Oh, we do have Chart as well coming on in a little bit, and he's actually the guy responsible for putting these paint jobs on, so we can talk through each one as well with us, which is really cool.
He's a hero.
Right. So faces, back to us. Here we are. So thank you guys again for watching. We're going to give away 2 copies of Mike's book right now before we get him to sign the poster we've got down there as well. So in fact, we'll grab the poster now.
Do I have to do the signing live on?
Yeah, you have to do the signing live. So I'm going to show the poster first for people over here. Can you see it? Mm-hmm. This is obviously a lovely piece of sort of it's in-game art, isn't it? But just touched up a bit.
It looks in-game.
Yeah, lovely. And we've got the Imperial Eagle, and we've got so far Jim Stimson, David Braben, Gary Richards. I'm going to get Sandy to sign it because I forgot to get him to sign it. But everyone's going to sign it at the stream, and at the very end of the stream, around about 10 to 8, we're going to give it away. So make sure you come round and back at about 10 to 8, and then we're going to do one last competition where you can win this signed piece of art, which I think is absolutely lovely. So there you go. If you could sign that for us, thank you very much.
I will sign this right now.
Again, right, what we'll do is we'll do the giveaway, and what would you like people to say in the chat about your About what would you like people say in the chat so then I can pick something out so people have won. So like just one phrase about your book.
About my book.
Yeah.
Who's Commander Wirral?
Who's Commander Wirral? So everybody say who's Commander Wirral with a question mark. I know who Commander Wirral is. Hopefully he's watching because he'll enjoy that. All right. So who's Commander Wirral? Everybody says that, and I'm going to pick 2 people at random. One person, first person's going to get a signed copy of the book. Second person's going to get a digital version of it. So who's Commander Wirral? Yeah, here we go. Here they come. The voice in my head. I don't know.
That's truer than you think.
Yeah, so thank you. It's been signed by Michael Brookes there. Wonderful stuff. There you go. He's Commander Wirral. So we'll just leave this up running up for just a couple more moments, and then we will stop it in just a sec when people have had a chance to say it. So, stop in roundabout. No. Awesome. So I'm going to pick somebody at random here. Just looking through. So this is for the first person who is going to get a copy signed by Mike Brookes himself. And it is, we have Battleship Kick-Ass. Is that okay to say? No, this is a family live stream. But it's okay to say kick-ass, isn't it? Kick bottom. Battleship Kick Bottom. Congratulations, you have won a signed copy of Mike Brookes' book, Elite. Don't say that. It's just my mind's blanked. Elite Legacy. I've read it as well, and I've forgotten what the name is. Right. Okay. Let me see. And we want one more name as well. I'm going to press the next button, and here we go. Okay. OMG Illuminati. OMG Illuminati. Congratulations. Round of applause. You have won yourself a digital e-reader version of Elite Legacy by Michael Brookes. So, thank you, Michael. Thank you so much for coming on. I really do appreciate it. It's a pleasure to work with you, as always. And hopefully we will see you back on the stream very soon. We are going to head out to the Back Soon logo, but we will be back in around about 2 minutes with our next guest. In fact, we have 2. We have Adam Woods and Eddie Symons. So join me in just a moment. Goodbye.
Au revoir.
the Elite Dangerous live stream, the Elite Dangerous Twitch stream from YouTube will be back soon, as it says in the text. And here are our faces. Hey, we're here. We're back. It is the Ed, and Eddie show.
Yay!
Round 2. So, for those of us who don't know, God, I feel so comfortable sitting next to you guys. It's great. For those of you who don't know who we are, these guys here are the people who make Elite Dangerous happen, or 2 of the very, very many people who make Elite Dangerous happen. So, welcome to Adam Woods.
Hello, everyone.
One of the production team. One of the many producers on it that make Elite Dangerous happen, and Eddie Symons, another one of the producers that make Elite Dangerous happen. These guys are absolutely great. You can actually, Ed and Eddie was an awesome show. So actually, if you on our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Elite Dangerous, I don't know if we might automatically be taken down off YouTube now for saying Twitch, but if
YouTube,
someone just said awkward shoulder grab, I want to point that out. That was not awkward. He
no
can touch my
awkwardness there
shoulder
at all.
anytime he wants. Oh, that was awkward. That I missed you. Right. So the Adam, Ed and Addy show, you check it out on twitch.tv. It's really cool. You should. It was a lot of fun. We played the game.
I had a lot of fun that night. That was a lot of fun. That was good.
So people, have you got any questions for these guys? Because these guys,
Just picking up one there, Oculus 0.7 support. We're still working with Oculus very closely to support everything that we can. So more news soon, but yeah, we are working with Oculus. But at the moment, it's the 0.5 still that we're supporting, isn't it? So stick with that for now, and all will be good.
Do we hire people with no souls? Angel Mist, thanks for that direct question. No, we've all got soul. I don't know.
I don't know how to answer that one. Isn't it a bit of an abstract
Are you?
concept
I think
anyway?
maybe that person's.
It's only half 7 o'clock.
That person's asking that question because they've got no soul and they're wondering if we would hire them. I don't. I think that's probably what it is. So
How do I stop flying into the stars as soon as I jump in? Good one, Benjamari. Throttle down. Yeah. Be always on the lookout for coming out of hyperspace because it's a dangerous thing, and also point away from the star. So
yeah. Also, depends on your controls that you're using. If you're using a throttle and stick, just pull your throttle back and that will automatically put you into 0 throttle.
Yeah.
Adam, get close to the mics, please, if you can just move in when you're answering a question. You look like Jake Solomon from Firaxis.
Who does?
I'm just reading every answer out here.
Oh, Adam does. I don't know who that is, but thank you.
Mr. Grimes. Okay, serious question. You guys gamers, you're working on a game, but still guys, maybe Faith brought you there. Wait, what? Are you gamers?
Yes. Yeah, I don't play games half as much as I want to now. I just brought Sonic 1 on my phone for 10p. You should go and pick it up. 10p.
That's hardcore gaming right there. Sonic 1 on that phone.
And I play a lot of Grid Auto Sport. Eddie?
I'm playing Codename Steam on 3DS at the minute on the way to work on the bus, and also playing a bit of Super Mario Maker. So
cool.
you can follow me.
Super Mario Maker's
check out
awesome.
levels that I make.
Yeah.
They're awesome.
Oh, you should
when I
make
can actually finish them.
An elite.
I was trying to do an elite inspired one, but I wasn't quite sure how.
Okay.
that worked. I'm doing an R-Type
Shapes.
inspired
You could do
one.
the
Alright.
the brick layout of ships.
It's not Elite Dangerous, is it? It's what
It's in space still. It's in space. It's close enough.
Fair enough. Awesome. So, do you guys play Kerbal Space Program? Have you had much time to delve
No,
into that?
I've never played
I
it.
really
I
want
feel really
to.
bad.
I watch a lot of Scott Manley's stuff
Yes.
with Kerbal, and I think a few of our Twitch streamers do Kerbal as well, don't they?
Yeah, they do. I met a guy.
Looks amazing.
Yeah.
Looks really interesting, but no, I haven't got around to it, sadly.
I met a guy called Das Valdez. He's a Twitch streamer. He's really, really good. He does Kerbal Space Academy, and he actually made a working and landed, I think. I'm not entirely sure. Cobra in Kerbal Space Academy.
Oh, really?
Oh no, he made an a Stellar Starport, I think.
No way.
No, a Coriolis. Sorry, a Coriolis.
Right.
In Kerbal?
Yeah, my brain was just getting messed up. Yeah, in Kerbal. Yeah, so I will put those pictures up on my my Twitter feed. I'm not allowed to selfishly promote my own Twitter feeds. But there you go.
I was just going to say, he hasn't made one out of cardboard though, has he?
No, he hasn't.
And that just reminded me that we forgot to bring pizza.
Were you gonna bring
we were going to
Pizzarolis?
bring Pizzarolis tonight, but I was in the middle of doing some reviewing for Horizon stuff, and I had to dash over here, and it definitely weighs enough for 2 people to have to carry it.
Well, it's a hefty thing. So if anybody doesn't know what the Pizzarolis is, the actual my brain is broken.
The Coriolis style starport, which is present in the game, and you can go and fly and dock with a little slot there. Myself and Eddie, I was going to point to the wrong person. I don't know what side the video feed's on. We built one out of Domino's pizza boxes just before the launch of the game last year, while we were waiting for the server guys to do their bits.
Yeah.
We went and built one.
Yeah, and it was amazing. And you did Mad Dog pinch edge cheek, don't touch me.
Oh.
Ah, yeah. Which Ed?
There you are. Look at that little cute face.
We've got some good print screen moments already today. That was probably the best one. Should these guys not be working on the game right now? Mr. Foxhound says that it is 7:00 at night. He should be at home with his child, actually. So no, it's.
But to answer that in another way, because that's one way.
Without being cocky about it.
As Ed said at the beginning, there's a much bigger production team than just me and Eddie. And I think, Gary, you spoke to Gary earlier. He's obviously shepherding a lot of the Xbox and 1.4 stuff. Mike's there as well. Yep. So, and we normally just swan about telling people what to do. We don't actually do the bits that they're doing it. So they're all there doing it at the moment. Yeah,
so.
Rest assured.
Yeah, get that boy on the bug team. Must have Edward Lewis's hair for our avatars, Eddie.
Make a note.
It is luscious.
Thank you. Director's 12 coming. Don't want to be talking about that. Should Domino's Pizza be a rare good? Interesting question. Probably not. Yeah.
Why are T Hammer? Why are ships mass locked near stations than other ships, but not stars? I think you find they are.
Yeah.
That's
why you drop out of
and
you find it.
And like if you drop out like to a white dwarf or something, you'll notice that there's a tiny little star, huge mass range, because we also model the fact that they've got a much higher mass rate than other stars. So you would be.
Okay, so 1 second, excuse me.
The 3 hours have taken a toll on you. Got
I just the Coca-Cola I was drinking there. So
indigestion.
Yeah, so talk me through how it feels now to be working on Elite Dangerous and the difference, because I think that this is a milestone. Obviously, we're here for CQC 1.4, Xbox One, which is so exciting. Yeah. The reason why we're not playing any Elite Dangerous right now on our live streams is because we don't want to be. I'm like that. I'm kind. I don't want to spoil your chances of getting in, because those servers are obviously experiencing heavy load. But hopefully, let me know in the chat. Are you guys getting in now? Are you playing CQC?
You're being very polite, because what you actually mean to say is that I can't play the game until at the same time. So you're not making me go through that again like we did last time.
Yeah, no, it was good fun. It was good fun. We had it all set up on Xbox One and PC and everything as well, so it's a bit of a shame. What kind of system do they need to play Horizons? What kind of? I'm assuming they mean PC.
You need a PC.
Yeah, definitely.
No, I just mean what
system specs.
All right.
We haven't confirmed the full specs yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
So should be being announced fairly soon.
Yeah.
We're So people have been in for a while now, and someone just answered, "Who's Commander Wirral?" Very good. That was a thing we did in the last.
Yeah, we
stream
heard
with okay, so let's have a look. New kinds of stations, because obviously that question's interesting. I'm just throwing questions out there now for all these lovely people who are watching.
Always.
New kinds of stations, because we did say that they would eventually make their way over to not new stations. Sorry, apologies. Okay. Structures and stuff like that that are in CQC.
New stations. I did have a little gleam in my eye then, but I can't say anything.
I had a gleam in my eye, but that's only because they're starports, not stations.
Oh, there you go.
Pedantic.
Sorry, guys.
Pedantic.
Of course, there are a load of new starports anyway, because they put the ones on the ground on the surface of the planet. So is that what you were going to say?
I was thinking of something else, but that has to stay in my head.
I like the voice there, though.
Thanks very much. Yeah, that's my
London FM. Structures in CQC was the question.
Yes.
In normal, outside of CQC.
That's correct.
Mm-hmm. It's a thing.
Yeah.
It's coming at some point, but I don't think we're saying exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah, that's good. What's up with unknown permits? That's a good question. They're unknown.
What is up with unknown permits? That's my answer.
Will we get Hudson Bobblehead with a bobble hand?
Bobble hand?
Yeah, because it was on the picture of him with his fist shaking slightly. No, that's cool. Quickly writes down design notes.
We were planning that all along.
No, that's really funny. But there are lots of different plans for Bobbleheads, of course.
Yeah.
And you'll be hearing lots more about them very, very soon.
They're looking fun.
Yeah, really
looking
cool.
a lot of fun.
Yeah. Okay.
I've already asked people what sort of characters they'd like to see as bobbleheads, apart from like Michael Brookes and all the other voices that they keep asking for in the comments.
Yeah, so-
haven't asked
If
for
it's
me
me.
though. I've noticed
Oh,
that.
everyone's
Nobody's
suddenly
asked
that
for me.
because
I feel left
that
out.
goes without saying. They want you in here. So what sort of characters do people want to see in the game? I think it'd be interesting to see.
Let's
Silence.
stay silent.
No,
whilst we
no
wait
words.
for an
No
answer.
words. Everyone look just disapprovingly. See how fast we can shed viewers.
Red Dwarf bobbleheads. I would love to see a Crichton one, but I don't. Obviously licensing, so
Yeah.
probably not.
Yeah. Oh, loads of interesting questions.
Neil Tyson. Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, Thargoids. What Thargoids? What are you talking about? I think I've got Lost in Hyperspace. Arista Duval.
Mm-hmm.
I think people be obviously. I think it's an interesting question.
How hot?
80s pop star bobbleheads.
Iggy who? Crichton plus one. Oh, yeah, 80 star. Adamant, of course.
Yeah. David Bowie, of course. Just because. Crichton.
Crichton's getting a lot of love now. I don't know what I
that's a
started
good
there.
idea.
Spock, of course. Spock.
Well,
yeah.
the problem with that is,
Dwayne
of
Dibley.
course. So, guys, I hope you are enjoying. So, obviously, it's been a little silly. I've been doing this for now. Only 2.5 hours. It doesn't feel that
It's
bad.
silly as soon as me and Eddie get on.
Yeah, it got all a little bit strange as soon as Eddie and Addy got on. Eddie and Addy. So, guys, we've got some more stuff to talk about. Of course, we've got Eddie. Actually, you had a large hand. If you can lean in this way slightly, you're slightly out of shot.
Large hand.
Large hand.
What? I don't know what's going on.
You had a large hand in helping us choose the winners of the paint job competition.
Depends on how they've gone down so far.
They've-
If they've all been loved by everybody, then
They
those are all
have.
my choices.
They have gone down. Of course, there's been both opinions on both sides, and that's absolutely expected. But why don't we show off the next winner from the paint job collection?
Exciting. I don't know the winners.
Okay,
so
well,
I'm
I will run through here right now. So
that was-
over here,
Yeah.
this is what we have here. We have the. Okay, so for anybody who doesn't remember, I don't think you're actually on screen anymore anyway, so don't worry too much. You can do whatever you want now.
That's why I was doing it.
Oh,
So that I could see. Carry on.
so we had. A breakdown on live on the stream. No, we had a competition about 2 months ago where we asked people to submit paint jobs using sort of nice solid colours and not simple designs, but designs that could
Striking.
be
bold designs.
Yeah.
They'll stand out from a distance.
Yeah,
that
that's
kind of
right.
thing.
And we've got thousands of entries. I was saying before that we got a lot of what they called ladybirds.
Ladybirds.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Asp
What's that about?
Ladybirds.
Yeah.
That
Asp
was
Ladybirds
very,
are popular.
popular choice, wasn't
But
it?
I can say that it hasn't been a winner, unfortunately. So sorry, guys, if you were one of the. They all look great, but it was just not something that we wanted in the game. Anyway, to be frank, this was the Anaconda, and this was made.
No, actually, but there you go.
This was made by Strife 3025.
High
So
visibility jacket conda.
yeah, I think people. This is going to be. So these are all things that are going to be coming Elite Dangerous. Alongside Elite Dangerous Horizons,
Yeah.
we're going to have more details on how you're going to get hold of these if you are the winner, and how we're going to go about giving these out to people, which is cool. But you'll get those very soon. This is by Strife 3025. It's called Chevron. Then we had next up the
That's
Viper
nice.
Blackjack
Mm-hmm.
by somebody called Ileona.
I like the colour, the red tone of that. It's nice.
Yeah, I think people have.
Choice.
Yeah, I had the idea of having the original design up next to it,
Ah, right.
Oh yeah.
but it got a little bit complicated on the old.
The old noggin.
The old
Couldn't
noggin, yeah,
Quite
couldn't-
figure it out.
I can only do one thing at once. And then and that one I think is quite nice. It looks almost like a Sith spaceship. There's something quite cool about that. Sorry.
A bit too much red for Sith, I think, isn't it?
Oh, interesting.
Definitely.
Yeah, a little bit
No
too much red.
licensing issues.
No licensing issues at all. We
Yeah,
weren't just talking
also
about
that. Okay.
Okay, and we answer some more questions in just a sec. Thank you guys for all these
Deadpool has the
questions.
ship.
Yeah,
Again.
Deadpool.
Again.
No licensing.
Certainly not Deadpool.
And then we had the Vulture Flash by a guy called Barecki. He this one looks really cool. This one's inspired quite a lot by a certain illustrator.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. Oh no, sorry.
Okay.
In fact, I'll start again. It's what made us think of that, and the name Flash is connected with that as well.
Well, okay, yeah.
Oh,
That's where
go
the
on,
name came from. When I saw that one, it always reminded me of was a particular Gundam figure. Can't remember.
Okay, well,
exactly
I mixed
which
things
one.
up. All right, that's cool.
Like big whip thing.
Because that narrows it down.
Yeah. So people are excited by that one.
Gundams with a big whip thing. Someone on that.
The Vulture looks terrifying. It is a terrifying looking ship.
It is a terrifying ship. That's why.
Some people say it looks Italian.
By one of them.
Anyway, so this one is a really lovely one. I think it's called the Asp Arrowhead.
It's a nice palette.
Yeah, I think so. It's by someone called Trespasser, with a 3 instead of the E, which is very internets. But that one, I really like that. I think it suits the exploration motif that comes along with it.
Yeah,
you know, and it feels not very aggressive, and I just really enjoy it. Atari, someone said.
Do you see what I mean? That's again, probably not Atari.
Definitely not Atari. Definitely not Atari. Right, and then this one, which I haven't shown anyone, it's my personal favourite.
Is this a new?
This is a new exclusive. This is a new exclusive one.
Here we go.
And again, this is
this the last winner?
These are all made. Yeah, this is the last one. We had 5.
Wow.
This people have made. These, remember, people designed these. They and we'll be doing another one because it was very, very successful. Or we hope to do one.
I wish we did have the original one next to it, sort of thing.
I can probably bring it up.
See the thing.
I can probably get it up.
It just shows
how
much it sort of is really based on what they sent in rather than what.
Okay, just give me a second and I'll get it up. So, introducing the Cobra Medusa.
Oh, is that? Oh, smashing.
Yeah, there you go. Look at that thing.
I like the way the mouth is incorporated in the cockpit.
That's absolutely awesome.
Very nice.
It is definitely the most technical one that we attacked because we liked it so much that we were like, right, and it adds it. I thought it was really, really cool. I want to see what people's opinions are. Nice.
It's certainly aggressive.
Yeah.
It's quite a contrast to the Asp. That's very nice.
I mean, it's completely different to what we've done with any of the games ourselves as well. So it really stands out well like that.
Well, let's bring it back over to our faces, and I'm actually. So congratulations to I didn't say Paul Raymond or Raymond. But yeah, congratulations.
Well done.
And congratulations to everybody who submitted something to us. It was absolutely amazing to get all those submissions in, and we will be doing more like that. Those ships, the 5 I just showed, those paint jobs will be coming, and lots more for the Anaconda as well. That's an interesting point. So we have lots more to show off. I think it's really, really cool. They're all coming to Elite Dangerous probably when Horizons comes around, right? Is that right?
Starting from then, yeah.
Okay, all right, cool, very awesome. One thing I'm going to do really quickly, if people don't mind, Barry, if you want to read from the chat, that'd be great.
Yeah, I'm trying to catch up. The chat is moving quickly.
I can't answer any.
Okay, I can slow it down like here. And
there was one guy I noticed was asking about your opinion on shield cells. Apparently, he was saying that you've been quoted to say you don't like them.
Really?
I didn't know about that. Yeah. So maybe you could clarify that. You have no.
Yeah, I don't remember saying that.
No.
So.
I think there was one guy who also asked our separate thoughts on them. Right. I don't really use them in game. I'm not that much of a defensive fighter. I normally just go guns blazing and then die.
Weapons.
Yeah, so I don't use that. I use heat sinks quite a bit. They're handy.
I never remember to do any of the defensive stuff. Even when I'm playing CQC, I just forget about chaff and stuff like that all the time.
CQC's taught me about chaff. I didn't use it in the main game. I've now used it in CQC because when you pick someone up on your tail, just spam that left trigger and try and hide behind some of the structures and stuff.
I do find that it has been an interesting thing with CQC. It's taught me how to do PvP combat basically.
Yeah.
I know there are slight tweaks and stuff, only slight tweaks to the flight models and things, but it really does. It's given me a different just perception of it entirely. But I also do think that with CQC, it does give you a chance to enjoy that crazy combat without feeling worried about losing your ship. But at the same time, when you do get into a proper fight in the main game, it is kind of it's a little bit. Going to delete that. It's a little bit sort of. It can be stressful because I really don't lose my ship. Yeah. So even everything that you've learned during your CQC training out of the window because you've got to do that.
It's
again.
Also probably it's a good tip that when you go into the main game, don't be afraid of just sticking with your Sidewinder for a bit and not worrying too much about the rebuy costs and stuff like that. Because the Sidewinder is a damn good ship.
Yeah,
I think
the
Karash-
thing I played with a lot of the start as well was the Eagle, which I think is that the similar price or it's slightly cheaper than a Sidewinder.
I think it's a little bit more, but again, it's very capable in.
Yeah, like you can spend ages sort of.
One second, guys. Epoch71. I absolutely did not mean to show his email address publicly, so I'm really sorry if that was out there on the screen. Sorry.
You've just
carry on.
highlighted that now. People are about to sort of rewind the stream.
Well, it's too late. It's already out there. Sorry, man. Tell him how good his Cobra is. Don't do that. Don't email him. I can't solicit any emails from him. But yeah, let's talk about this on the screen really quickly. Look. Oh, I've got the wrong one. That's the wong one. That doesn't make sense. There you go. Look at that. So we can see how that looks there, right?
Yeah.
You can see where Chart has had to make slight adjustments. And you know what? When Chart comes on in the next 5 minutes, we'll talk it through that, and we can still see.
I think it's
still on the screen. Oh yeah, okay. I'll do that.
It's very,
there you go. Right.
very close.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Cool. There you go. Right. So back to us. Here we go. Just us. Just our faces. Nothing else. Good. Right. Okay. Good. It's on the screen of the damn concept art. You noggin. Great.
What?
It was on the screen. As I said. Sorry. It was on the screen.
right. Okay.
Anyway, doesn't matter. We're all friends here. Just be nice. So everybody, thank you so much for coming along today and watching our streams. They're ridiculous. We've got one more little section to go as well before we can let you all go free into the world to experience Elite Dangerous 1.4 and CQC. So I just want to say thank you so much for coming along. We have got a few more minutes with you guys here.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that we have been doing through the streams is...
what goodies have we got?
We've been showing off this.
Look
I'm
at
going to put it in
that.
front of your face. You mind holding it for me? We've been signing this lovely
That's
piece
lovely.
of artwork.
That's really
And,
nice. Can I have a quick look at it?
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry.
So yeah, we're gonna give that away at the end of the stream. So in about 40 minutes time. So if you guys come back around about 10 to 8 or stay here till 10 to 8, we are going to be giving away this. It's been signed by everybody that's come on so far. So we've had Jim, David, Michael Brookes, Gary Richards. Sandy forgot to sign it, but I'm going to go out and get him to sign it again. And you guys hopefully don't mind signing it. The pen is right there, so make sure it works for me. And let's get it signed right away.
Well,
That's wrong. That pen doesn't work. Okay. Yeah, we also gave away an Elite Dangerous hat as well. I just want to say that these Elite Dangerous caps. I don't really wear caps. Look. It's not really a good look, is it?
Sorry if this is making loads of noise on the microphone.
Yeah, but this hat is available now on the this is actually just on the Elite Dangerous store, frontierstore.net, and you can get these caps. They're in stock now, and they're really, 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 really nice. Really lovely bit of quality kit. Okay, before these guys go, we've got a couple more minutes with them. What more? Do you have any more questions? Bless Ed, he tries his best.
Ed is suddenly 1000% more chav. That's not a question. It's a statement, and I like it.
With somebody in there, yeah. Thanks. I did look really chubby.
You make a nice little boy with that hat.
It covers. I did like. As soon as I put it on, I was like, "Who is this child?"
Question: how hard did you find it? How hard did you find it to get used to controlling your ships in orbital cruise? I'm assuming that you're talking about the Horizons stuff that was announced.
You signed it already?
Yeah. So signed. I found it quite intuitive, really. Mark Allen's been doing a lot of the work on that transition side of stuff, and he's got a very good cross between coding, programming, and design and kind of feel. He's a very, very capable programmer. So he's done a good job at the first kind of pass on it. So I think it's quite intuitive myself. You'll find out more why when we release more.
Yeah, very cool. There's lots more information coming about Horizons over the coming weeks, and I think everyone's gonna be really, really excited. What we have, even we've got something next week that's really, really, really exciting that I'm looking forward to showing everybody. So stay tuned for more information about that coming this week. And what should we say? Someone's asked there, will we ever see? Because I've seen them asking this question quite a lot. Ever see a system? Star-to-star frameshift drive, and will the Imperial Clipper be able to fit a fighter? And you might not be able to, even if you can say no comment, just because I know that person's been asking that question. Sorry,
what was the first question? Star-to-star, what jumps within systems?
Yeah,
that have got binary stars.
Yeah. And again, remember, you don't have to say anything if you don't.
Yeah, I'm not 100% on that one. So I think it's been discussed quite a bit in the office, but we've got no concrete plans to do that yet.
Okay,
so
cool.
No.
Is there any love for explorers on the horizon?
Hey.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pun
There's love for every game mode. It plays your trade. You play however you want to play. So yeah, great. So I'm gonna have to chuck you guys away. Oh, you want to ask
Okay,
more
well,
questions?
the question about the Imperial Tupper.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I do. Yeah.
It's kind of a disappointing answer because I'm not entirely sure. I don't think it does fit a fighter though.
Okay,
I'll
because
have
there's a
to double
certain
check that,
size,
but yeah,
isn't there,
don't
of
think
ship
it
that
fits
can
the
actually
fighter.
fit the fighter.
Yeah.
Interesting. Great. So, guys, thank you so much for sticking around and thank you for watching all day. It's been really, 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 really great. We've got another half an hour left, and like I said, then I'm going to set you off into the world to play Elite Dangerous. I was going to say Horizons there by accident. 1.4. It's been a long day. And CQC.
Play Horizons.
Hey, actually, can what a troll! You've seen this trolling guy right here. Awesome, guys. Well, thank you so much again for watching. We have got one more little section left with Chart, another guy from the developers. He's one of the leaders.
Artist.
He's a
lead artist.
yeah,
that's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Senior artist. Yeah.
So
A
he's
senior
probably
artist.
taking care of most of the paint jobs that you've
Yep.
seen in the game and a whole bunch of other stuff as
Right.
well. So, yeah.
Well, that's going to be a lot of fun talking to him. I know that he has a lot of love for the community, guys. So please do stick around and make sure you stay because as well we're going to be giving away that poster at the end about 10 to 8. So make sure you're here for that because you don't want to miss out the chance of that. Thank you so much, Adam.
Thank you.
It's very confusing. You're leaving me without a handshake here. It's
sorry.
Very confusing for me.
There we are. Nice handshake.
And Eddie, it's always a pleasure. We'll have you back very soon for the next edition of the Ed, Ad, and Eddie show. Thank you very much. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. We're starting again. That's it. We're back. I had muted the sound on the audio mixer. Great. Loved it. We had such a great chat as well. It was really awesome. So what I'll do is I'll start again as if that never happened. You ready?
Yep.
You ready? Back soon. Hello, and we're back, and here we go. We've got with us we've got one last segment left, and it's a good thing because I'm getting a little tired because I definitely pressed the mute button on there like a genius. So hopefully people can hear us now. Great. But we have who better to finish the show for the last 20 minutes with the wonderful, the amazing Chart Krueger. Now we did this in our practice the third time. Pronunciation.
So it's actually Chart Krueger.
Okay.
That's what we say in South Africa.
Yes.
But the rest of the world, it's Kruger.
Okay.
And all the bad guys in the movies are Kruger.
Yeah.
It's
Freddy
like,
Krueger. That's what. So it's
Elysium,
actually
the guy was Kruger as well.
Krueger. One more time.
Krueger.
Krueger. Any prizes for everybody who've been working out? Oh, I see what's happening here. Zach has told everyone to ask me if I've been working out. Zach, stop that. All right.
Look at that shoulders, puffed up.
But actually, it is true. I have. So what he's done there is given me an indirect compliment. So it's lovely to see everybody here. So many people. In about 10 minutes' time, we're going to be giving away a signed piece of artwork. Actually, here we have this signed piece of artwork. Everybody I've brought on today, I got to sign. So we have Eddie Symons, we've got Adam Woods, Jim Stimpson, David Braben, Gary Richards, Michael Brooks. We're going to have your signature on there, and actually I'm going to go get Sandy's signature as well. So there you go.
Sandy didn't sign.
Sandy didn't sign because he forgot. It was my fault.
No worries.
Someone says Ed, you too. I don't know. Maybe. But I'll write on something on the back. I'll write thanks. You don't want it'll devalue it. So yeah. So Chart Krueger. I can't do the.
Roll with Kruger.
Yeah. So Chart, all of the things that I've been talking about today, all of the paint jobs and the things that we've been showing, because we've announced the paint job winners. I didn't even tell you this.
No, I'm
so sorry.
I've been sort of following it for what I could, but
yeah.
So have you guys announced all the winners?
All of them so far, but
awesome.
I do want to run through them and get your opinion on each one of them as well, because you had a hand in choosing them, but also you were the person who actually implemented the artwork onto the ships.
Yeah, no, I was actually the person getting it into game from the concept, from your wonderful, wonderful designs. Seriously, this must be stressed. There was some of the stuff that just blew our minds.
There's loads. Must be a legs day. These people, stop it. This is not funny. I'm not enjoying it. No, I am enjoying it. Thanks, guys. But yeah, they were amazing. Obviously, and I think people have really, really enjoyed these the paint jobs that they've seen. And there are loads more. Do you have? Can you? I mean, you can't say too much about what's coming with. Soon, but there are more paint jobs that you have been working on, correct?
Definitely, yes. We hear you guys. This is one thing that I follow the forums and stuff, and the requests are just coming in for paint jobs. It is coming. I can't say, like you said, how much, when, and so forth,
or how many there are.
But it is definitely something we aim to have more variety.
Yeah. So does anybody have any questions about Chart's job? I mean, I do. I have lots of questions about Chart's job because I don't know exactly what it is that you do. Because obviously there's a difference between concept people and then the artists who actually create the stuff in the game, right?
So there's a plethora. I'm just going to riff and people can drop any questions as they want. So I'm going to do a little bit of a over on how our art department works, because that's sometimes something that people just think we all sit in our tiny little corners with crayons and just beaver away. But we'll look at what is asked from the development guys, and then our lovely concept guys will start asking questions like, okay, where is this, how's this, and then they'll just go ballistic on their drawings and concepts, because that's the stage where they can really go wild. Some of the concept stuff is amazing, but unfortunately technology, but then they give us the best concept they have. That gets then filtered through. All right, can we do the technology? Is this in time? What's the budgets and stuff? And that gets a little bit just molded down, and then from there on it goes straight into the artists. The modelers, they then tackle the big thing. Get the, for example, if it's a ship, we prototype it out. That gets sent around to the designers.
Awesome.
They look and see, okay, where's the hard points going to be? Where's the wheels going to come out? Wheels, landing gear.
Yeah, wheels.
Wheels, yeah.
well,
Horizon wheels.
Yeah, you got Horizon.
It's
So, yeah,
something.
a while ago that would have been a
dead P45. There you go.
Yeah, so we'll get this just moving slightly closer. Don't worry too much about it. Just moving it in slightly closer.
This is the Midnight Radio.
Nice.
So then it gets to the designers, and it does the rounds with all the departments just to sanity check everything.
Yep.
And then we give it over to the artist. Artist will then go and model it out. That takes him a couple of weeks. Do the texturing, and while that's happening, we have constant feedback. Is the ship suitable for purpose? Is it going to fit that niche that it is made for? And then in the end, after they model it, unfortunately, it's not just going click and it goes into game. It has to go through so many systems of linking it up into the game. Then it turns over to the particle guys, and then the audio guys get a hold of it, and then the designers get a hold of it again. So it is, I'm just a small cog in the whole system. What we have is the factory of ship producing and art producing and all the stuff for Horizons.
It's crazy. It's really, really good. Turn up output a little bit, Ed. I can give it a go. Just give it a little boost. Yeah, this is the gentleman who joined us in the roleplay game. That's right, Colin Ford. Yeah, we did that with...
you're my daughter.
That's going to be such a weird conversation for around about 90% of the audience watching. But it is true. We did a live, and I think you can probably still get it online somewhere, with Elite Counters and Dave Hughes. We did a live one with him. I'm sure we can find it on the internet somewhere. But we were role-playing. It was a lot of fun. She was called Fionn.
Fionn, yes. And mine was Willie Firkins.
Yeah, it was very interesting. A lot of fun. We had a good time with that.
It was some tender moments as well.
So we are here with Char, obviously, but the last 3 hours have been here to celebrate the launch of 1.4.
Yep.
And to celebrate Elite Dangerous on the Xbox One. Now, this might be an interesting question. How much did you do on the Xbox One thing? Was there much for you to do on there, or was that sort of thing all done and it's not?
To be totally honest, I think on the art side we were pretty lucky. The coders just had a very, very good run, and we didn't have to do that much integration. I can't think of anything we actually had to alter for the Xbox One, except again make all the CQC environments and buildings and stuff.
Yeah.
So
okay. So I suppose that was a lot of work for that.
Yeah, no, that was definitely, there was some. The guys did some awesome work on the levels and the future levels to come.
Yeah, cool. So a lot of people asking. So talking about the Rare Hutton mug. Yeah, there's the new Rare Hutton mug. Unfortunately, we have the Frontier Developments mug, which is exclusive to our office.
Office mug, unfortunately.
But I did get a couple of mugs in the post this week. One was the Hutton mug, and that was amazing.
Yes, I must say thank you very, very much for the guys that ran the Hutton mug. That was amazing. I actually did it myself. I managed to zip through that pirate defense. Even though I got blasted with a turn around, I thought, no, let's go.
You're going through.
Get my little ass up there. And
also, we made a mention of Commander Wirral earlier on the stream. Commander Wirral has also been doing a lot of the Hutton runs as well. But yeah, it is honestly so many faces on this stream of people we recognise. It's so lovely. So you'd actually be surprised. A lot of these people probably have already seen our role-playing thing that we did with Dave Hughes. It was really good. If you haven't heard of Elite Encounters and you're interested in role-playing games, I really do recommend checking it out. It's an Elite-themed role-playing game created by Dave Hughes, officially licensed through back when the Kickstarter thing was out and stuff. It's really fantastic. Zach and Game here. I'm really glad to hear that everybody's in. It's really, really awesome. And thank you, Zach, for doing all the hard work, really sitting behind the scenes and stuff. He's awesome. I just giving love to lots of people today. I'm just really feeling it.
No, that's
right. In the next sort of 10 minutes, we are going to be doing this final giveaway. You will have to be in the chat to receive it. So if people were here early on and wanted to get hold of it, unfortunately, it is down to you, last sort of 800, 900 people, the stalwarts of the community staying behind to watch me finally have a breakdown live on stream. I want to do lots more of these. So we'll each one focused on a bit more directed content. I've got a lot of great ideas, so you better get used to my face because you're going to see a lot of it. Sounded like a threat, didn't it? It's fine. Anyway, let's
you can't threaten somebody that face. It's too nice. It's too nice.
Thanks, mate. Let's talk through the nice arms. This is very odd. Let's talk through on the newsletter.
Beefcake.
let's go through, the paint jobs. Let's go through the paint jobs again. We're bringing them up on the screen right here. So these were the winners. So today, to bring back to us really quickly, we announced today the winners of the paint jobs. We're going to have all 5 of them in a newsletter on Friday, so you can have the actual images of them and things like that. But for right now, I wanted to talk through them and show. And of course, the man who implemented them, put those on there, is right here with us. So let's do that. Let's have a talk through. So here we have the Anaconda paint job, which is actually the first ever Anaconda paint job that anyone has ever seen.
And more to come. I mean, literally, that is. We hear you guys. I just say it again.
Yeah, it's amazing. So that was by a guy called Strife 3025.
Yep.
Chevron is the name of the paint job, or as people have been calling it, Bananaconda.
Bananaconda.
Over here we have the Viper Blackjack by somebody called Ileana, which I think is really, really lovely. And yeah, I think that's got a really cool vibe to it, so people hopefully enjoying those. And then we have the Flash and it's a Vulture by Barecci. So talk me through how difficult was it? In fact, let me show all of them first. So the Asp Arrowhead by Trespasser, I think is really awesome. And these people are going to get free copies of these paint jobs offers, obviously. But we're going to have so much more details on how these are going to be available to people who play at home. And of course, the Cobra Medusa, which I think got the loudest cheer. I think
that when I saw it the first on the forums, it was like in the back of my mind, tick. Yeah. That just went for the Cobra.
But people might think it was a very difficult job, but I was astounded by how quickly you dragged that across.
It's to do
dragged that across makes it sound like you copied and pasted.
Just copy, paste, printed, shipped. No, actually not. It helped a lot that the guys had such awesome, clean designs. The Medusa one was one. I must. What's a nice word for confession? It's not a confession. I had to squeeze it a little bit and just here and there tuck it a tad, just for the sheer fact that to some of our paint jobs, like you see these pure metallic parts, that's something that in the future I will have to definitely point out. Is there's dead spaces on it. So to get that very nice Medusa, I just had to squeeze it down a bit. But then again, credit to the guys. Look at them, very nice, clean designs. Our paint job system. There were some paint jobs I almost had tears in my eyes because we just couldn't do. We just ran out of resolution, and it's a shame. And I do follow on Reddit as well. There's some guys that just out of context, out of the competition, they do paste paint jobs a lot. Mock-ups they do themselves, and some of them are just gorgeous, but we just can't do them yet. So it's very nice. But like I said, the competition winners. Really nice designs, clean designs, and like I said, the designs were already there. It was literally just getting them across into the system, and
it obviously really stunning. Yeah, so I want to do something first. I'm going to do 2 more giveaways, and then we're going to answer questions from the chat for the final 10 minutes.
Absolutely,
and then we're all good. I wanted to play some. I think we should get some Brett C on the stream. I'd love to get some Brett C on the stream, but he's a very busy man on the forums. He's all the guy in the background. I want to say our community team has grown, and it's growing, and it's just really, really amazing. And I love the fact that we can look at every single one of these people, or not every single one, but like 880 people watching right now, and see and recognize so many of these names. It's just super cool.
And it's cool. And just when you say community team, you guys are doing a sterling job. Seriously,
well, thank you.
I'm like, you don't always see that on the floor, but we take our hats off to you.
No, I think that people, especially now that we're growing and stuff, it's allowing us to interact more with our community and do loads more for you guys. And we have so much more planned. And as we're going to grow, we're going to do more. And I think that definitely people internally seem to have taken notice of that. And I'm so thrilled.
Good. I mean, it always creates a buzz when there's when something new's coming out. Community team, they're on top of it, and the nice comments flow in.
Ben Mosswood says, has the fresh meat joined the team? We do actually have a new starter this week as well, but hopefully we're going to do some ways to introduce him over the next week or so. Yeah,
just
cool.
Gently easy.
Yeah, gently easy, man. Don't want to throw him in front of you guys for too soon. You know, you guys are all crazy. I demand Brett, says Ian. I'm Norman, one of our moderators. Hi, Ian. Yeah, we all demand Brett. All right. I don't get to see Brett enough. He's mine. So before let's give away these paint jobs. Let's give them all away. Let's give all 5 of them away, which is a pretty sizable prize. Obviously, you won't get them until Elite Dangerous Horizons comes out, but what a good thing to look forward to.
Absolutely.
An extra thing to have for Horizons. I think it's really, really cool. So what I want in the chat is people to say, wow, such paint jobs. Wow, such paint jobs. So type that in nice big capital letters in the chat, and I'll say stop in a moment, and we will give them to everybody there, of course. Yeah. So, of course, I do have to remind people this is PC only for the time being, but we will work it out, of course, soon. So, wow, such paint jobs. Anyway, Chart, talk us more about how you would do something like bring Medusa in there.
So again, bringing Medusa in, we've got the.
Look at those.
Whoa! It's just wow, such paint jobs indeed. It's like the Matrix, just scrolling text. Getting the paint jobs in is relatively easy when the designs and everything has been. Getting to a point where you say, okay, this is the design we're going to roll through. Then it's just a case of implementation. So that'll come again from our concept guys.
We did receive. Like David Braben's face and things like that, of course. Sadly,
there was a couple, but this is something you can maybe back me up with. I would like to do more paint jobs from that competition. I might be putting everybody in a spot now, but there are so many good designs that I think in the future that could be a pool we can just pull from.
Okay, interesting.
Because there was some awesome ones like the Asp Ladybird or the
Well, we were just literally talking about the Asp Ladybird, and we were saying, and like Adam was like, oh, well, no, I put it in there. And I was like, oh, I thought we weren't having... Yeah, anyway, but there you go.
And there was one where there was a Viper superimposed on top of a Cobra. That was like the stealth Viper Cobra. And there was one like... And what can I say on Twitter? Gentlemen in underwear.
Yes.
There was one like that, which was very funny as well.
They were. It was amazing, in fact. And there was one that was a really lovely design, and I have to give a shout out to that design. The bones and the bones in the chest.
That was really. I mean, and again, that one was just.
All right, everyone, stop with the paint jobs thing just for a second, and I'll pick a winner in just a moment. Go on, Karen.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right.
I thought this was the moment.
No, you carry on.
No, but there was really so many good paint jobs. And there's now so many good designs we can take and can riff off.
And I think actually, after seeing the Medusa as well and seeing what you did with that, you were like, oh, we could... Hold on a minute, let's go back and have a look again. Because you were just so determined to do the Medusa because you really liked it.
It was. And the Medusa was on that sort of edge of, okay, this is doable. Let's roll with it. And it utterly deserves to win. For the...
Love that this is still going on here. People saying this. He said stop. I did say stop with the paint jobs thing. It's really funny. Everyone's just still going. That's great. I'm going to pick a winner at random now. So 1 second. Let me scroll. Well, let me do the Control F thing. Search. Oh, there you go. And I'm going to pick through at random. Control F.
Stop.
Click. Okay, Bob Yule. Bob Yule.
B-O-B-U-L-E.
B-O-B-U-L-E. I'm writing down your name right now for the winner of the paint job collection. Very good. Congratulations. A round of applause, everybody in the chat. Thank you very much for joining us as well. Thank you very much again. I cannot thank you guys enough, and the people behind the scenes as well. That's amazing. People are still saying it, I think. Anyway, a few more questions before chat. We've got 5 more minutes left, and then it's time for you guys to head out and explore the world of 1.4, jump onto the Xbox One, jump onto CQC, finally get those rankings in there, and get ready for our amazing tournament, which we announced as well.
Man, that's going to be awesome. Yeah, it's just, I shudder to think. I sometimes think I don't want to go into CQC because I fly the ships every day, but I see what other players do, and I'm like, I'm going to be a sitting duck in that tournament.
Well, it's going to be good. It's going to be really, really good. The tournament as well, if you Google the Elite Dangerous, in fact, it's on our forums and also on our community.elitedangerous.com. There's a link to it on there as well. Just click latest news or news, and it's going to be really, really awesome. You will get... details on what that tournament is and how, and later on we're going to give you more details about what the tournament's going to be all about. But basically, I think the prize pot is standing at $15,000, I think, actually. Yeah, I think someone corrected me earlier. But like the actual production cost around is like $100,000 competition. So there's going to be lots of promotion around the people who are involved as well. Yeah. So I think it's going to be really, really absolutely amazing. So guys, make sure you get involved in that tournament. Get practicing CQC now in advance. Like I said earlier, I'm sorry, I'm doing my whole pitchy bits now.
Pitch away, man. Pitch away. $15,000. Not to be sneered at.
Yeah,
if you've got the skills, go for it.
Yeah, definitely. Muscular Ed Bobblehead, thanks. Oh, dear. Yeah. So, we'll... You just...
4 hours. You've been going for a while now.
It's been 4 hours, about 3.5 hours. But you know, we had a great time.
20 minutes. How you can go on for 4 hours?
Well, if believe it or not, I like talking. So if you actually if you go to youtube.com/Frontier Developments or YouTube Gaming, I think you can search for it on there, and you will actually find these streams, these last sort of. I think we broke them up into 3 streams in the end. And so if you didn't miss any of the earlier ones, make sure you jump back on there. And finally, Chart, thank you so much for being here.
No problem.
We gave away those paint jobs. We had a good time with those. I will delete that picture now. That can go away now. Goodbye. So thank you so much for sticking around. We were going to play CQC with you guys on the stream originally, but then, of course, the servers were up and down and stuff like that. But they should be back up now, so jump on. Have a really good time. Thanks again for coming. Let's give away. Let's do it. Let's give away the poster, of course.
Such is the time.
I'm going to get Sandy to sign it straight away after this. I'm going to go find him and get him to sign it. But as you can see here, there's the artwork. It's lovely. I'm going to bring it up in here. Signed by all those people, which is fantastic. And it'll look lovely on your office or bedroom wall. Can't decide for you where to keep it. But there would be my recommendations. My recommendation would be above your fireplace. So when anybody comes in, they go, "What's that?" And you go, "Elite Dangerous. You should play it."
Yeah, you can swirl a whiskey and smoke a cigar, telling them about your exploits. And
yeah, okay, awesome. I would like you to all say, "Whoa, the latest Monet looks really strange." I know that's an odd thing to say. The latest Monet looks weird. The latest Monet looks weird. Monet. Also, spelling on Monet, M-O-N-E-T, just in case you didn't know. The latest Monet looks weird. And this is going to be the person who picks it. Obviously, say it in chat. That's what you all got to say in chat. Say it in a couple of moments. I will pause you guys, and I will control an F, and I will find some awesome people there. So there you go. The latest Monet looks weird. There you go. Yes. Yes. Bring him in.
Actually spelled correctly as well.
Yeah.
Oh, we're getting Monet spam.
Monet, he's not even live anymore. How can he do a poster? You guys are weird. No, but just one last time. I hope you really do enjoy Elite Dangerous 1.4 and CQC. From our point of view, it's so amazing to see so many people from the community really enjoying these things. It's so amazing having such a great development team behind this and working now hard on Elite Dangerous Horizons and 1.5. And so hopefully you guys will absolutely love what you play. And hopefully we've got loads more in the coming weeks about Elite Dangerous Horizons. So enjoy 1.4 in the meantime. And thank you, Chart, for coming along.
It's an absolute pleasure. And go get them, guys. Go shoot each other up in CQC.
Yeah.
It's going to be
tons
of fun.
On that chat, we want you to stop now. And then I'm going to control an F and find somebody who has said the secret words. Right, we'll scroll through at random. I'm going to scroll down a little bit first and then it's fine. And look away and stop. All right, who do we have? Where's it gone? There it is. Okay, Zoltan the Not So Confused. Wow, the latest Monet looks weird. Lovely name, fantastic. Congratulations, good sir. You are the winner of this wonderful piece of artwork. One last time, hold it up. One last time. This will be on its way to you soon. I'm writing down your details as we speak. The Not So Confused. Okay, I will I'll message everybody as soon as we finished on this stream as well, so make sure you've got that. Email community@frontier.co.uk if somehow we can't find your name on Google or whatever. That'd be fantastic. Thank you, Zoltan. And
awesome.
One last time, everybody, you've been an absolute pleasure. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks everybody for being part of this. I hope to do lots of more. Maybe not 4 hours long because it's felt quite emotional. It's felt like I've watched a Steven Spielberg epic and this is finally coming to the end of it. But it's been really, really cool. So guys, thank you very much.
Thank you guys.
And we will see you very, 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 very soon on the flip side. Have a lovely time. Enjoy 1.4. We will see you soon.
All the best.